What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the After Hours podcast. On today's episode, we have our fabricator here at the shop and my good friend Frankie Echavez from 88 Worx on Instagram. If you guys need any welding work done or any sort of fabrication and you're local to this area, he does do mobile visits. He doesn't really like to anymore because he's doing most of the stuff here, but in case you're in a pinch or something, you can hit him up on Instagram at 88 Worx. I've known Frankie for a few years now. Chris in the shop's known him even longer. He's been around forever. He's been in the car scene. He's had a lot of different cars. We go through his whole car history, which is pretty interesting. And yeah, this episode, honestly, the first 20 to an hour is just us bullshitting. So definitely stay tuned past the 30-minute mark if you want to hear about his history, how he got into welding, and all that stuff. Just a heads up, we are giving away products every month over on FactionMotorsports.com. Every $5 spent gets you one entry, and Faction Motorsports merch and products get you double entries. For our website raffle this month, we are partnering with Worx. They have offered to supply the winner with a $1,000 gift card that is good for any of their products. You could build your entire fuel system with this amount of money. Worx is an Oklahoma-based company that designs and sells fueling solutions for your vehicle. They have been in the industry since 2004, and we have personally been using their products since 2012 with great results. They make products for a wide variety of vehicles, covering Japanese, domestic, and European markets. We have recently been seeing a lot of videos about their new fuel hanger sending units they've been producing for a bunch of JDM vehicles. Products such as these help keep our older JDM vehicles on the road, and we can't thank them enough for producing them. The quality of their products is only matched by their amazing customer support team and unbelievable warranty. Each one of their 1,000+ products comes with a 3-year warranty from the date of purchase. So if you have any issues at all, Worx will be ready to help out and make sure your vehicle stays on the road. Make sure to check out their full line of products on their website, and if you are looking to place an order, you can check out our website or reach out for something specific if it's not listed. And now a quick word from our sponsors before we dive into this episode. East Coast Drift School, which is located in Englishtown, New Jersey, is a driving school that offers a more private and intimate environment for learning how to drift. Whether you're someone who has countless drift events under their belt or someone who has yet to kick a clutch, East Coast Drift School is a great place to pick up some seat time and improve your drifting abilities. Be sure to follow East Coast Drift School on Instagram. Feel free to message them directly for pricing and availability as well. You can find them on Instagram at East Coast Drift School. Chase Bays has been a household name in our industry for over 15 years, supplying us with tons of fluid power products such as power steering cooler kits, oil catch cans, engine oil coolers, hydraulic handbrake kits, and of course their dual piston brake booster delete kits, which fit a wide variety of vehicles. The core values of Chase Bays has always been function, simplicity, quality, and aesthetic. All of their products are user-friendly and easy to install while of course looking the part. The quality of their products has only increased over the years, and now with Front Street Drift Club being a sponsored team of Chase Bays, you can guarantee the products will be stress tested as well. You can check out Chase Bays products and place your orders directly on our website, and make sure to use the coupon code ChaseBaysAfterHours with no spaces to save on checkout. Limitless AutoFab is a fabrication shop and retailer located in Illinois. They produce bash bars and catch cans for a bunch of popular models in the drifting community. Limitless bash bars are honestly the industry standard right now. Fabricated from 1.5-inch mild steel tube, these bars are designed to take the impact of light collisions in order to avoid or minimize damage to your vehicle. A must-have for drift cars. Their bars also come with jacking points and optional license plate brackets, so everything you need is right there from the start. Limitless Auto also sells catch cans for a handful of specific models. These cans are built in-house and chassis specific. We have used these cans in the shop with great results. The guys over at Limitless are on social media, so make sure to check out their Instagram and give them a follow. They post photos of all the drift cars using their products, from Front Street Drift Club to Animal Style. If you are in the market for a bash bar or catch can, make sure to check out their full product line up on our website, FactionMotorsports.com. This podcast is brought to you by Faction Motorsports. We are an automotive performance shop located in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Our shop is easy to get to from Route 17, 3, and 21. We are also only 15 minutes away from New York City. Faction Motorsports provides services that include, but are not limited to, performance part installations, suspension overhauls, general maintenance, engine installations, tire mounting and balancing, and custom four-wheel alignments with our in-house Hunter alignment machine. We also stock a range of performance products in-house. From AN fittings and gaskets to complete body kits, we try to stock as many parts as we can to provide quick shipping times for our website customers and same-day pickup for locals. Make sure to shoot us an email if you are looking to set up an appointment or if you are looking for a part that is not up on our website. Our email is sales@FactionMotorsports.com. We are also on Instagram at FactionMotorsports.
Certain tastes and everything like that.
I listen to our own podcast in multiple different settings, car, headphones.
Carl, I know.
computer.
You know everything. You're the best. We get it. Move
Thank
on.
You. Fine.
What's your next
Welcome
thing?
everybody to the
As long as it
Faction
doesn't
After
sound
Hours
like a tunnel.
podcast.
Sorry.
Welcome to the Faction After Hours podcast. Frankie pissed me off. We have 2 Frankies versus 1 Carl today.
We're not double teaming you yet.
Hey, yo.
That's later with the lube.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
But welcome everybody. We got Frankie, aka 88 Worx. If you did not know, Frankie is the main fabricator for here at Faction.
Thank you.
Ethan retired.
Thank you for having me.
I was about to say that does not mean that we hate Ethan. But
No,
I think Ethan
I don't
hates
think
us,
Ethan
bro.
retired. I think he's on a little hiatus because he's got some stuff to do.
He's
you
too
know?
busy
Yeah.
loving right now.
Well,
Nah, it's
I mean,
all
that's
good.
constant.
Sometimes you got to boo love.
That's just how it go.
Yeah, with him, that's constant.
I want to know. Single as a Pringle right here.
Sounds like a you problem. But
It is a you problem. I'm too busy being locked in right now,
no,
dude.
but sometimes you have to do that. You have to like focus
On
your
chasing
whole
tail.
attention. Not on
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
just
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
If you want to do that, then yeah. But like, if you want to, like, what you're doing right now, as far as like with the painting and everything like that, you want to be like 100% and like dial that shit in too.
I guess, but man, what I fucking yams.
Yeah, that'd be nice too.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, thanks for
Fuck
coming on the
that
podcast,
shit.
Frankie.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Dude, I'm just saying the discussion on the sound, there definitely is fucking sound, bro. I'm telling you.
I agree with you. I think there's something that we can do.
But there's got to be
It
a
doesn't
cheap
sound bad,
option
though.
where we could test it out first.
But you have to think about it like from when you started.
Yeah, no,
to,
I'm
like,
not saying it's bad. I'm
I
not
think
saying
when
it's
you
bad
started,
at
there
all.
was like,
That's a
Dude,
whole
like
other story.
humming and stuff like that. It
When
was
we
like-
started, it was like,
yeah, it was
welcome
like,
everybody to Faction After
I actually kind of feel bad for people that start like at episode
know.
1 and they're like, oh, this is just bad quality.
And those are the real ones that were like, yo, keep going.
no, but that's crazy. Like the come up though.
And then Frankie bought these overnight.
Well, the good news is most people who start listening to new podcasts actually listen to a newer episode and then they make the decision
They
to either go back.
in time.
Is
They
that what
do,
you
like, a
guys
little time
do?
travel?
Yeah, that's
done
what I
that.
end up. Yeah, because something will come up and I'm like, oh, let me listen to this, and I hear it. And I'm like, oh, this is good. They only have 100 episodes or less. Let me go listen to the first ones, and then you find out.
You find out like the OG sound, and you're like, oh wow, this is started in someone's basement.
But then what I think is weird is when I hear about like current events, like they'll talk about something and then I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, that happened already. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, this episode was from like 2022.
It's
And
kind of
then
annoying.
it just disorients my whole body.
I don't like when my Spotify does that. When
Yeah.
I'll click on something or I'll listen to something, and it will like be like, I listened to all the other ones already, so then I'll go back and start one from like prior, from like when they started or something like that. One that I haven't listened to, which is ideal, I guess, but at the same time, it's like this is old news.
Yeah. It really depends on how many episodes there are. I started
Depends
listening to
on the
Rogan.
topic,
I was
too.
like, I'm not listening. I'm not going back 1,000 episodes.
Depends on the topic too,
Dude,
because
there-
some topics are like crazy.
They're on literally, I can't even. I use Rogan is one of those podcasts where I use a search bar. Like I don't hit one of these.
Yeah, because he's doing one every week or like maybe
It's
twice
insane,
a week.
dude.
So do we.
He does like 3 to 4 a week.
Yeah,
Joe
It's
Rogan
fucking
counted
crazy.
days, bro. We're so
but he
in there.
definitely knows so many people that it's like he can. Not saying you guys don't know people, but like
Oh, it's definitely a lot
He's got
harder
the-
for us. I mean,
Yeah.
he can get anyone he wants.
From those,
And
Yeah,
but
pretty much.
from multiple different
viewpoints.
exactly.
Yeah.
We're just like motorsports, shop, fabrication.
Yeah,
know,
but you can even.
I
have
said
like
I wanted
friends
to
and
bring
stuff
my
like that,
friend
too.
Smitty on here, but Smitty is just like a normal guy. We would just talk about the bullshit, like old bullshit.
Yeah, but you can have like an outside perspective too.
No, that's why I
That'd be-
wanted to
that'd
bring
be cool.
Smitty in because I wanted to bring him in.
Someone who hasn't been brainwashed by
He's
cars
been
and stuff
in the
yet.
car though. Like he understands. Like he would hang out with us while we're doing car stuff, and he is a great person and storyteller. That's why I thought he would be great. Maybe we'll have him in the future. I don't know. Smitty's just a fucking
Did you guys
enigma.
grow up together or something?
Yeah, and like we went through like the school system together. Actually, I fucking hated this kid at first. I fucking hated him. His name was Eric, and he was named after the
So
I said actually because he was a larger guy, but I was like,
what does that have to do with
in the
anything?
6th grade or something like that? We were in Spanish class, and I fucking was arguing with Smitty about something, and I was like, "Your name's Eric Smith because you're named after this school." Fuck, because you're the size of the damn school or something like that.
Wow.
And it was the first time I ever insulted somebody where I felt really horrible about it.
I was about to ask, did you feel good about that?
No.
Did you apologize?
Yeah, I actually did.
That's good.
And we've been friends for a long time. I see him every other fucking holiday, like
It's called
Thanksgiving and
regret.
Christmas and shit.
Remorse.
Hey, dude, I'm sorry I called you the size of a fucking building. Dude, it's okay.
It was
You
a
get
nice
lot.
building. That school was beautiful. Like the one in Ramsey or whatever.
Yeah.
So you're calling him beautiful?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I call him beautiful.
That works.
It
He just
wasn't,
does
it wasn't the
some funny
size,
shit.
it was the facade of...
The school.
Yeah, I was saying you look good.
I feel like if you tried to envision somebody in the shape of a building, it's just like weird.
I called someone fat as fuck once.
To like just straight up?
Yeah.
No. You know how I use
that
like
person might listen to this or know someone who listens to this, but I can't say their name. But this kid would just constantly talk shit left and right. Every fucking time I saw him, he would talk shit. And then one day at Club Lou's, he was like saying some shit, and I was like, "Yo, bro, you're fat as fuck." And he just shut up and never said a word to me ever again. And I was like, "Oh, that's all you
I
have
have
to do."
those like intrusive thoughts raging through my head all day. But I'm like, I don't say things because I'm like trying to not be like a dickhead,
I know.
But
It was Malcolm.
yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was
Fattest guy alive.
It was
We got
someone.
Malcolm
It
behind
was
the
someone
computer.
big, but it was well deserved. I mean, you
Wasn't
talk shit
AJ.
for that long. No, you talk shit for that long. Eventually, someone's gonna be like, "Yo,
You gotta get checked.
you're the size of a bus."
It's different if it was your. That's crazy. It's different if it's your friends, because then like maybe as a
I
friend.
mean, he was in the friend group at the time.
Okay, so this is just getting worse and worse.
So
I
you
just-
you
I-
just
I-
narrowed it down.
Yeah,
Then.
you just made
Oh,
it.
you can figure out who it is. Yeah, I'm just not gonna say his name.
Yeah.
No, you guys probably you won't figure it out right now. But
I think I have an idea.
I doubt it, unless I told you the story before.
think
This
you
isn't
did.
someone that we hang out with, but at the time,
Wait, going back to the Joe Rogan thing and like how he runs his podcast.
Yeah.
From like a further standpoint, everybody listens to a podcast for a reason, right? Like whether it's the subject material or like or who the guest is. Usually that's who it is. I feel like
that's how you get dragged
Yeah.
in.
But I just like it. The more we're on here, and I don't know how many episodes we've done, but now I like to like kind of analyze a little bit because we've done a few of these. I want to analyze myself a little bit more, maybe grow from it. And the way Joe talks to people, like Joe Rogan talks to people,
Oh, it's amazing.
like he's so involved in the conversation, and I'm like, damn, like that guy can really
Yeah.
either get his point across or get your point across to the viewers or whatever
He has a lot of guests that can back their opinion as well and just
Yeah.
have like factual
But-
things. But then you'll have people thinking that what they're saying isn't factual as well.
You ever see a bad one where the guest is just absolutely hammered? I'll tell you one right now, right off the top of my head. It was what was the guy from Zombieland?
He's like a big actor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Howie.
Oh, he wasn't that bad.
No.
Howie something?
No.
No, it was recent.
No. It was is his name Woody Harrelson?
Yes.
Woody.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
Woody
Okay.
Harrelson.
That wasn't bad at all.
No, the most recent one that was
yeah,
Woody
yeah.
Harrelson. Dude, he was
Well, he was a
hammered.
blitz.
He might have been drunk.
He
but-
was hammered, man. I was
think
like,
he's
I
just a
can't
weirdo.
understand anything you're saying, but I mean, I'm here for it.
Malcolm, do you remember when I came in one day and I was like, "Yo, Joe Rogan is just amazing at his job," and no one really understands that. I wonder who the guest was that time. I watched this one and
I don't know.
It must have been someone who
Was it Kanye?
wasn't talking. No, that was a shit show.
I want to watch that one.
That was a good example of him not having to say anything.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was someone who you could tell was like really nervous. And we basically have never had a guest like this, but when like we talk to someone and like they just won't say anything, they'll just sit there and they'll kind of like they'll answer your question and then they'll just sit there and then they're basically waiting for you
To talk?
to say another question.
That makes me
I feel
so
like
awkward.
I do that sometimes. But I'm just
You
like,
don't.
I'm just kind of taking everything in, observing everything. I'm like
I feel
letting
like
people speak.
I feel like you do that when there's a new person. I know
maybe.
Yeah. After knowing you after a few years, 10 years or whatever, however long each other,
but
known each other.
Yeah.
like he's so good at just pulling
Yeah, I'm
questions out
pretty.
of nowhere.
I'm pretty much an introvert.
I just like to
think so.
yap. That's the problem, dude. When me and Eric went on
Like
that,
I can talk to people, but like I have no problem.
Yeah, we've had,
I just
dude, like
talk to whoever.
But I'm saying when it's like a new person,
but if I
you
don't
have
know
to
someone,
test
then
it.
I'm just like
You're testing it. You're like,
I'm kind of like a little sketched out by some
Yeah.
people sometimes.
I'm just a yapper though, and that to me, I find it as like a challenge almost.
That's a good thing though too.
Like, oh, what's it gonna take for you to talk, to be able to open up to me, and like we can just hang out? Because I'm already over this awkwardness
Yeah.
of us not talking.
Yeah, it was never awkward to you to begin with.
Oh, it's just a challenge.
I think I could.
I
be
look at it as a
socially awkward.
challenge. I'm like, okay, well, what is it gonna take?
To them, yeah. Because
To me, it's like a challenge. To them,
To break
I could
them,
be
you're
a
saying.
nuisance. Yeah.
yeah.
You ever break a horse?
No, I've never broken a horse.
What?
You ever watched Yellowstone?
I know what you're
yet?
talking about.
That's when they have like a crazy one, and
Yeah.
then they just like make it run or whatever.
Basically, make it your bitch.
I watched
yeah.
one episode of Yellowstone and I was like, I think that's it for me.
Nah, really? It
Yeah.
didn't entice you a little bit? It didn't make you.
I mean, yeah, that's the whole like machismo thing. and,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's
all
what-
that stuff.
yeah,
though.
that's
like,
the word.
It's like the whole like Western, like, okay, yeah, get your grit. And
Yeah,
shit. But
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's cool. Like, I like Westerns. I like cowboys and stuff like that. But like,
That's what it is, right? That's what the show
yeah,
is.
but like not modern
No.
ranchers, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's like farmers only shit.
So you got to watch 1923 and 1883.
yeah, yeah. I watched that. It was
Yeah,
good.
that was good.
Dude, that was good.
doesn't that build on?
It's a prequel.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, you're the one who
Yes.
told me about that.
I just finished 1923. That shit was. The second season's way better than the first one. I can tell you that. But 1883, it's just one
What
season.
other show were you were
Amazing.
telling me to watch something else recently. I think the second season. Was it it was Star Wars.
Oh, that
Right?
shit's coming out. Yeah,
Andor?
yeah,
You're a Star Wars guy?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
Oh,
unfortunately.
Star Wars guy,
that's
too.
both of you. Oh, you guys could go off about that for a second.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
you
give
saw
I'll give you a
Andor.
few
Oh, you said you
seconds.
didn't like it.
I watched a few episodes of that show and like I don't know, I couldn't get like hooked in like the other ones.
They're already the right wing is already saying that Andor season 2 is woke. So I'm like, okay, let's see what happens here. I think they just complain about anything at this point. I think that show's good.
What was that other one that was like super woke?
Honestly, I've watched all of them, and yeah, one of them was. It was the one with the girl Jedi,
Yeah.
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
That was pretty crazy
Yeah.
as far as wokeness goes. Yeah, it was just like everyone was trans, everyone's gay, everyone's. I was like, okay, I didn't know there's so many gay people in Star Wars. I didn't know.
That's nothing wrong with that.
I
but-
don't give a shit. It's just like it's weird when it wasn't that way, and
Okay.
then like the next day,
You
all of a
don't-
sudden everyone's gay.
You don't
And you're
think
like,
C-3PO?
I do. I do think he was.
Dude, I know.
R2D2
R2D2
might
That's
be a
the
little.
gold
can plug
one.
into
That's the
anything,
gold
dude.
one, right?
He can plug
C-3PO?
into anything.
Is he the
He can
gold
crack
guy?
that code.
Yeah, yeah.
The gold guy is
The gold
C-3PO,
one.
right?
C-3PO is
Yeah.
awesome though.
So
he's like super like nerdy and he's like, oh, heavens. Like,
I dated somebody who they tried to
Tried to what?
To like maybe like
Break
share
you
Star,
into Star Wars.
Wars. Yeah, and like get me to
Oh, like reel you in?
We watched it like in the right order or whatever.
Yeah.
I would always be after work, so we're watching it, and then all of a sudden I'm passed the fuck out. You know, and it's just like they're long movies.
They're
You
not that
probably
long,
just
brother.
went through the opening credits and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what
knocked
I.
out.
That's what I
Bro.
picture.
Everybody think that you're out there Netflix and chilling, bro. No, I'm going to bed.
No, I'm Netflix.
going
I'm
to-
Netflix. Search for like an hour and a half.
And then
I'll ask Lauren
Yep.
like, "What do you want to watch?" I don't know.
Yep.
And then normally I just put on The Office or something like that, and
Dude.
just and go to
we're all
sleep with
so
that.
fucking similar. That's so fucking creepy.
Well, once you hit 30, you just fall asleep no matter what.
No.
don't.
It's not that. But so you said The Office, so that's
Yeah.
got to be your like comfort show.
Yeah, it is.
So my brother Kenneth will always like back when we were at my parents' house and we shared a room. Like if we were home and we're just chilling and we're both high out of our fucking minds or whatever, he's putting on a show. He's putting on The Office. Everybody has that one
Dude, 'cause
show.
it's so funny.
It's not that it's.
But like
was
you
funny,
can
like-
put it in the background and like not pay
Yeah.
attention, and like you could just look over and like funny will happen and you'll just chuckle and like you continue with what you're doing.
It was funny like the first
I put it on a lot with
times.
like background, or I'll just put a sleep timer on.
2 times I watched it where I was genuinely getting like belly full laughs. So that was like early college or whatever. But then now I watch it as like okay, I know what's going to happen, so I can like go do other things like while I'm watching it.
Yeah, but you can look over and be like, "That was funny."
I guess, but it's like not. It doesn't even really.
Do you
hit
have
the
a
same.
Do you have a show like that?
I hate comedy.
Oh, that's pretty
What
bad.
the
Not even like
fuck?
stand-up comedy.
No.
Oh my
Like,
god.
I'll watch Dave Chappelle. That's it.
that is.
Yeah, but Dave Chappelle, like I think Dave Chappelle recently has just been like sitting down and he's like,
He's a
I'm gonna
prophet
tell
now.
you like a lecture.
He's a prophet now.
You know?
Yeah.
But he's old
He's
now.
just
What do you
smoking
want
a cigarette
from him?
and
The
stuff
thing
like
is, he
that,
deserves to
chilling.
be a prophet because he kind of is.
No, but he's OG.
Yeah.
Like he's funny. Like,
He
no
had
matter what.
He had a Joe Rogan episode
yeah.
where but again, it's just somebody.
You know what's
People
funny?
are getting
the
older.
Tim Dillon.
Tim
show.
Dillon is fucking hilarious.
Who the hell is Tim Dillon?
He's
He's just a comedian.
Yeah, he was actually on Joe Rogan. Like
Yeah.
I think like last.
I'll
week
listen
or
to
something
any
like that.
episode with him on it because he's
He was
funny
really
as fuck.
funny. There was he had a special on Netflix too. It was kind of like Jerry Springer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like really funny. It was
Like,
it was like a parody kind of spoof
Like a
thing.
dating show type of.
No, it was like
not
you know how
dating
like
show, but
Jerry Springer
conflicts.
used to have like wild guests on.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm dating my sister's mama, like stuff like that. Like, but like you'll have like a weird guest on or like some crazy
I've actually
situation.
think I've seen that episode.
Yeah, and it was actually really funny. It was like a 45-minute, maybe an hour series, and like I'm like, damn, I want like another episode. I thought it was like episodes, but it was just like one off thing.
Theo Vaughn is really funny too.
Theo
I
Vaughn's
watch his
funny.
podcasts a lot.
Yeah.
I'm listening to a lot of podcasts.
If you haven't watched the one with Trump, you need to watch that one.
I
immediately.
did, but like
I listened to that one.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I did, but he just seemed a little out of his element, and like I just know when somebody's maybe a little more different than they usually
Just
are.
wait for when he brings up cocaine.
Nah, the Drewski one is fucking hilarious.
Trump's like, what's it like when you're on cocaine like that? And he's like, you feel like a motherfucking owl. And he's like, okay. I was like, what is going on
Okay.
right now?
It's crazy like how much like political parties are interacting with social media and
It's
like
so good.
actually being on like a podcast or something like that.
Yeah.
And just like kind of like interacting, like being real, but like letting your guard down in
Yeah.
some way.
I think it's gonna have a crazy role.
What do you
like
mean?
in
Like,
the
The next
near
election is going to be
future.
crazy.
Yeah, because
I feel like this past election was like crazy. Like just, prior to
Yeah, but now
whatever-
it's like a staple. Like you have to do these
yeah,
podcasts.
yeah, I would
You know what I
guess
mean?
so.
You can't just avoid it like Kamala and then lose terribly. Like
What
you
if-
have to do this stuff.
What if we get like the mayor of New Jersey or like the governor?
They're probably
going to
start doing that shit.
and like they pull up on our podcast.
Let's go.
pull up. What the fuck is up with the damn roads in
As
this
long as
damn
it's
I'm
not-
gonna
state?
say, what
As long
the
as it's not
fuck
Chris
is up?
Christie.
I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is up with the goddamn commercials on YouTube, bro?
Why the
I
hell are
hate
the
those
tolls so
things.
high?
Oh my god.
Cost
I
me
hate
$10
those
damn
things.
dollars to come to Faction.
And
I
I'm
don't
gonna
want
fix
to.
New
I
Jersey.
don't want to pay for those for the YouTube thing.
I know. Can we talk about
Premium?
this for a minute? Yeah.
YouTube Red?
YouTube
Yeah,
As we're
Premium.
streaming
but
on
it's
YouTube.
everything. It's everything because you'll be watching whatever streaming service and like you have to pay for this. You have to pay for that. You pay for that.
So you don't pay for YouTube yet? No. You don't.
I don't, but I
Malcolm
also
does, and I don't.
dude. As creators now,
But
though,
there's-
you
I
don't
feel like-
you
I
don't
feel like
realize that.
there's enough people that pay
No, you
for
you
it.
get paid.
I know, but like when I watch somebody else's videos and there's like, for example, ours is 7 minutes, like 7 minute reel thing, I'll let it play.
Yeah, but if you pay, like Malcolm's still supporting video, right? Malcolm, they pay the people.
Yeah, there's like a different rate for the premium people who.
So if
watch
you
your
pay for
video.
YouTube Red, like
They're
the
giving
creators
some of that
still
money to the creators.
will make
yeah.
money.
But I
Yeah.
think like
Yeah.
I think it like if you pay for YouTube Red, also you have access to other things.
Is it
like
actually
other-
called YouTube Red?
No, it used to be. It's premium now.
Oh, because
Just-
that name
they
sounds
changed
familiar,
it.
but
I thought it was
Yeah,
YouTube.
okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's the other icon.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Or
That's
what was the
wild.
other one? Wasn't there another one that sounded like two?
you porn.
Yeah, that was another one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna light this lighter to make it sound like we're smoking in here.
No, can I smoke in it?
Dude, my friend got like some sort of air
need,
purifier
like,
thing,
a
and it
vent
wouldn't
system.
work. It wouldn't work.
What is it?
That air pur? Who was the guest that we had a guest that where they we're talking about like, oh, you could get an air purifier and smoke in here. It wouldn't work.
No way. That's
No, you
It wouldn't
would have to
work.
change the filters out all the time.
We need a vent in here that sucks it up to the ceiling.
Just
Well,
puts
like a
it, puts it
hibachi.
into,
No,
like-
at that rate, you're getting a hibachi grill right here.
I want them like in the ceiling tile so you can't even see that shit. And it just fucking like.
Nah, you need to duct
But
it.
you would
you need
smell
to
it.
duct it into the shop and be like secondhand smoke.
You would smell it. You would like smell it because it's in the air and it's getting pulled up. What you really need is you need to build a subfloor where that carpet is and put some fucking fans in here and get like a little downdraft.
Nah, get like a little HVAC thing and like have a fan that pulls it.
Little
That's
downdraft
all you really
podcast
need.
studio.
They make like legit setups, but
Yeah. Like, no
I got to
one's-
vent it somewhere, and there's no vents above this.
We still
But
haven't
either
done.
way, if you did smoke in here, like I think it would just smell because it would stick to the
We're
carpet.
inside. We're inside.
No, it's the carpet.
I think that we have a lot of ideas this year for the pod. Like we should do that remote one. I don't know where we would do that. but-
in the middle of the woods.
I thought it was crazy, like the transition from like when you guys were in the old podcast studio and you guys came here. It was like pretty quick.
It didn't really feel
Thanks.
like
Yeah,
home
it
right
sucked.
away.
It was like a
No,
it
I
was
know.
like it was
I
a
know
week.
you guys were churning it like crazy.
What we should have did was we should have fucking recorded a bunch of them and then transferred over, so we didn't have to do it in 1 week. You know what I mean?
You should have done that.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you had podcasts like lined up from like a trip that you guys did.
Sometimes we do, but that time I don't think
Frankie
we did.
hasn't gone
I
on a
thought you
trip
did.
in 9 years. Actually, it's been 2 years, but it feels like 9 because I'm traveling.
Yo,
out.
we didn't go on
Carl's
any
been,
trips.
Carl's been moving around.
We went to Final Bout.
Yeah, one.
Carl's been moving around.
Went
like
to one
crazy.
trip last year. I be moving different, bro. I'm part of the community. I am drifting right now.
You are
crazy.
drifting.
You're not in there. You got to be in here. You got to be in this.
I'm the outside
You got to
perspective.
be in this. You see this in it.
I don't want to be inside you.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. But like I feel like
I'm the
right now-
outside perspective.
Yeah, you're like on the fringe, and it's so
It's like
weird
when
because
you
I
pass away and you're just like looking at your body like outside. And
I've
just like
I've been like more in it now, and I'm like, where the fuck is Frankie? Like he's literally
We
should
we
be
shifted
here.
positions.
We should be here.
tag team match. You just
Yeah, but I
No, Carl's
If
gonna
you-
be in this shit for a while.
if you were there when I crashed, that probably might have not been enjoyable. Like I feel like you would have been in the car.
it's honestly,
You would have been in the car for that one.
I think it's crazy too the progress that you've done, Carl.
For car stuff.
Car stuff like driving. You started your whole paint business, everything like
been
that.
fun.
Tires.
You've been doing that for
Everybody's
a year,
been
right?
doing stuff. Yeah, a year, 2 years. Dude,
Yeah.
when they ask me at work, I'm like, yeah, it's been.
Yeah, I mean, you always gotta.
look
you
at
always, you always gotta lie. I mean, like a little bit. Like when I started my first like welding job, whatever. Like I think like I told him, yeah, I've been doing this for a while. I don't fucking do that much.
Are you full time now? Just welding still?
No, right now I'm working in the city. I work on boilers.
Oh.
No, I'm not even welding.
So you be-
the only welding I do is over here.
Oh, I thought
and
you were-
whatever side work. if
Boiler
anything.
boy.
I was gonna say,
Boiler boy.
don't you like hit that copper with that shit? I got.
Nah, I don't do. I do brazing sometimes, or like soldering sometimes for like copper piping.
Now
stuff
what's
like that.
brazing?
Brazing is like very similar.
That sounds like when a blood would say like glazing.
I hate
Yeah.
you.
Crazy.
That shit is
Yeah.
blazing.
That's how Carl's brain fucking works.
That crib shit, that
what up?
chocolate chip cookies, they like chocolate big boogies.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's
That's
exactly
that
what
blood,
it was.
blood crib shit.
Dude, I
shit
don't
made
know
me
what it
hungry
is.
right there.
I don't know,
Yeah, I kinda
bro.
want
This
some
is the
cookies
one week
too.
where I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna buy Frankie cookies today.
That's fine. Good.
I've been buying you cookies every fucking week, and I'm like, let me fucking not.
yeah.
But then I couldn't think of what else to get you, so I just bought beers.
Well, we got Rhino 69 pills over there.
What if you
Yo,
took one
take
of
two.
What if you
Take
took
two and
one?
call me in the morning.
I got a great idea. What if you took one of those, and we just stay on the podcast for a little while?
You
and
take
see
one,
what
I
happens?
take
He's
one.
the closest to me. He's gonna be chubbed up.
Dude,
gonna
I'm
be like,
sitting
yo.
across the table from you. You don't think I'm gonna feel a
Be
little?
knocking shit.
I'm gonna feel a fucking peg leg touching me. It's crazy.
I've never taken a Rhino 69.
I've never taken any of these gas station pills. You're crazy. Do you know anybody who's taken one?
Dude, like anytime,
No.
like when I'm walking on my
Nick?
street, when I'm walking on my street, I'm walking my dog. I see all those like packages on the end of the block. Like, who the fuck is like chubbed up right now?
Damn, they're really.
I'm like, yo, someone's doing that. I'm like, as long as my dog doesn't swallow that, I'm like,
What if it, what if that's like your break time? You know what I mean? You have your partner at home, like you're in there. Shit, I gotta walk my dog real quick. I'll be right back. Walk the dog. You come back, built up, brucked up, dude, ready.
damn.
Is that the move?
Can you guys leave a comment if
Maybe.
you've ever done these before? Because I actually want to know if people actually do this shit.
The reason why I ask is because I know somebody who's taken one of
Oh,
those.
okay, so
I'm not
you-
gonna name them.
I would hope not.
They live a great life now, and they are completely successful. And
They went through withdrawals though?
no, not withdrawals or anything. It's just like people do stupid shit in college.
Yeah.
And I just met this guy. He was my first roommate. It was a random.
And that was your
dude.
first interaction?
No, this was like after a while. We had
Oh,
already
okay.
bonded the fact that the other roommate was a shithead. But
You meet a lot of shitheads like
yeah, but
outside of like, you know, your normal.
yeah.
confines of
And then-
people
but
that
then
you
if
talk to.
The non-shitheads will eventually like meet the other non-shitheads. That's what I
Yeah,
like to
yeah.
do. I like to a lot of people combining the friend groups is a fucking nightmare. But some of my friends are now friends with my other friends because
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So we were what the fuck we were fucking talking about?
You're talking about rhino pills.
Oh, rhino pills. The fucking the first roommate.
Just walked out, chubbed up.
It was maybe the
Stroking my
second
shit,
semester or something. Because
Stroking
again,
my
we
shit
had
like a
this
lotion.
bond.
Dude, every time I hear that on the pod, I'm like, yo, that's so funny.
That's because we got me stroking your shit.
Just stroking my shit.
That night though, oh my god, I was about to say his name.
Oh, shit.
That night when the person I was dating, we were just hanging out at home. He comes in. If you've taken these, this is why I get concerned when people tell me they
Is it like
Doesn't your-
Viagra?
Doesn't your heart like fucking pound out
his
your...
eyes were fucking.
Oh, it's
like,
just pupils are dilated.
They were huge.
Just like you're doing like
It
drugs.
looked like
Or you technically are doing drugs, but
his like there was no blood in his face,
'Cause it's
probably
all
all
in
in his
his dick.
cock. Like
Got like the owl from the fourth kind.
I honestly, at that point though,
Fucking
like when
eyes.
somebody comes up, he obviously was drunk. I was.
that movie's
Are
sick,
you
though.
good?
That's scary.
I'm like, yo, are you good? Like, what's going on with you? Like, you look like not well.
These are my confessions.
And then he's, I took a black mamba.
Oh hell no!
I was like, get away from me. No, but I was like, bro, are you like
The
all
names,
right?
the
Like
names
he's like,
of the pills are wild.
I gotta shit real bad. I gotta shit real bad. He probably wanted the bathroom jerked
Was
off.
this
to be
Derek?
honest. No.
Oh, okay.
First of all, I
That's
told you
my
I would not.
that's my only guess.
Why would it be Derek? One,
I
two.
can see him doing it.
If it was Derek, as much as me and Derek butt heads recently, I wouldn't even say that it was Derek on the podcast anyway.
It was Derek.
So
on
it
the
could have been.
bicycle.
No, Derek on the busticle. No, but he said he had to go take a shit. He probably wanted the bathroom jerked off, got rid of that or something.
Is
I
that
don't
how
know
that
what you would do.
works, though?
I don't know. Is that what you would do?
I think no.
Just
I think it
Joe-po
stays
it out.
around.
Can you look that up, Malcolm?
Hi, maybe.
In
You just
images.
gotta
In
look
images.
Up, look up
No.
the packages.
Just look up.
The back of the packet.
Just look up if you take Viagra or if you take Rhino.
No,
69 or if
not
you take
Viagra.
anything,
Viagra is like a pharmaceutical thing.
and then you
Viagra's
beat off.
like
Does it
ours.
go away?
Yeah.
That's what we want to know.
Like, what if
I don't think it does.
You know how they tell you to contact a physician? What if the physician's just there to give you a good rub down?
That's crazy.
Is that what it's for?
I don't think so.
Nonetheless, he came out of the bathroom
see that
and he
thing.
looked
You need, like, a
totally.
nurse's
whoa,
help?
whoa!
No, I want to read the back. Jimmy
oh
Oaks.
my God, Frankie's taking it! Oh my
Jimmy
God!
Oaks gave these to me. He
Did he?
walks in the shop. He goes, "Yo, here." I'm like, "What?" And then he never talked about
Hopefully
it.
our
Again. He just
Jeff-
That's funny. I was in a job in Brooklyn the other day, and I was like, I saw a pack of those. I was like, yo, 4, 5, 6.
Hopefully
Just funny as hell.
our Spotify only listeners were like, "Oh my God, he's actually gonna." Never mind. But no, he came
The
out of the
FDA
bathroom.
does not approve any of this.
He came out of the bathroom and he left. He looked totally fine. I was like, "All right, man. Look, if you're good, see you later."
I think like YouTube will give you like $5 tip, right? If you take one.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we did this shit live, we'd be
Probably.
getting millions
Yeah,
right
I'd
now.
be so
Yeah.
scared.
So
Please
I-
don't.
They're
I read-
gonna send you a truckload.
All right, they don't make you hard. It's just makes it easier to get a little stiff, you know?
So it just increases blood flow?
Yeah, just like ups your libido, give you a little like
A little
Capsule.
pizzazz.
You get more hemoglobin?
Take one Rhino 69 capsule 30 minutes before
Isn't
sex
that
to help
the-
energy, libido, and sexual performance. It can be
Aphrodisiac?
Rhino 69 can be used on a regular basis to maintain optimal condition and readiness before sex.
Imagine you
Readiness.
pop one of those daily?
yeah. So say
Yeah, who's
it's
doing
like
that
hard for
daily?
you to get hard. This just makes it easier to get hard.
You got a Reddit thread or something?
Yeah, I read it on a Reddit thread.
Oh, okay.
There's
Oh, no headache with these ones.
Oh,
What?
thank
Oh,
God.
good. Duh,
good,
dude.
good.
Perfect.
The other one
dude.
makes me so lightheaded.
Yeah.
It's just like all,
know
all the blood is rushing somewhere else.
You know what gets me about like the whole Viagra and this, that thing? Imagine if you're getting hot and heavy, you think you're about to get lucky. It's about to go down. Let me pop one of these things. And then
Go
you
home.
somehow fumble the bag. You spill a drink on her or him. I don't know.
Wherever you
You
Whatever
spill
you
a
wanna
drink
put
on her.
with.
You say the wrong thing. You might have said, "Oh, that
You done
girl in the
goofed.
restaurant did look pretty good, I guess." Ooh, they're going home. Now what? You're sitting there
boing.
Bricked up.
doing nothing.
I don't know.
Stiff as a board.
So if you beat off Malcolm, it doesn't go away?
it don't go away, right?
No, it'll go away, but it's still in your system. That's why it says don't
Just take one, bro.
don't take it for.
Why are you
more than
giving
once in
it
3
to
days.
me? I don't.
You would
if you
do
give
it.
me a second right now, I'll fucking.
You would take one.
I'm good.
Why do they look so wild?
That's what I'm saying. I'm
They
not
look
taking.
like
I'm not
like
taking.
valve stem covers.
I'm not taking. I'm not taking.
like some crazy stuff that you find at AutoZone.
Can you look up Frieza from Dragon Ball Z?
Oh my god.
It does.
I'm not taking Frieza pill form. Look at him. Look. I am not.
That's a Rhino 69.
That's it right there.
That's final form.
No, go below that, Malcolm.
That's gold.
That's
edition.
it.
You gotta pay. You gotta pay extra for that.
That looks just like the pill.
Dude, the other day on the turnpike, speaking of Dragon Ball Z, you know what I saw? I saw a car. It wasn't on the turnpike. It might have been with Nick when we were going down to Mid Pond. Fuck, I don't remember actually. Nonetheless,
Too many rhinos.
there was like an Altima or a Sentra or something of the like, that classification of vehicle, and it was like flat pink. And we were just talking about Dragon Ball Z prior, and the plate said Majin Buu.
Oh, wait. Didn't what's his face have that? Oh. Who had that plate? Oh. Kashim.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. It was something like that. Nick or Kashim. It had to be Kashim. Yeah, I've seen that plate before. What kind of car was it?
I don't know.
Dude, I
it
might
wasn't
know that
very
car.
nice, and we were already
Was it a
pretty
Honda?
far away.
Carl, can I get a no?
Maybe. Oh yeah, you can
Thank
have
you.
several.
Beer me up.
Beer me up,
You want one
Scotty.
of these?
No, I'll just take a Coors.
All right, Frankie.
It is like summer though.
When the fuck did you start doing
Yeah,
this
let's talk a little bit about Frankie, man.
Well, here's the thing about Frankie. He wasn't into welding from the start.
Yeah, we kind of talked about this a little bit on the
Patreon.
Yeah.
Oh, you did already? Oh,
This is
perfect.
when I was like, all right, Frankie, stop. Stop talking. We're going to have an episode.
What the fuck?
Because
Stop talking.
he was getting way too into his thing. I was like, we got to
Yeah,
talk
but
about
it's
this.
fun though. You know what I mean? Like sometimes that first half of that podcast that we just did just now, where we're talking about bullshit.
That's way more
It's
fun.
bullshit, but it's
That's-
like it's.
That's what I
we're
like.
just shooting the shit, you know.
That's what I like.
That's
That's
like
what I
normal conversation.
Yeah, I like that. It gives, but the Patreon one. So you guys talked about the career because I don't have a Patreon. I'm not subscribed.
No, we were talking about my car and whatever, some bullshit.
Yeah, whatever progress that we.
But then I would like
making on the
ask him
car.
questions, and he would start, and he was like, "Yeah." So he explained that you weren't into welding when you like, you know how most of us get into shit when we're young, but
Yeah, like I kind of started a little bit late. I pretty much like I was like always into like tinkering with stuff and like taking things apart, finding out how things work, like, you know, how it's made. That was that kind of show. Like that was like, oh, that shit's like cool. Things of that sort. And just like kind of like going the extra, trying to like analyze things and very observant of certain things. And yeah, like I started working at this shop because I was actually doing graphic design.
oh yeah, that was it.
That's how it like it kind of it was
dude,
weird
I have seen some of.
because I went to school for graphic design for like a little bit, and then I was doing some side work and I was like building websites, doing logos and stuff like that. And then I went to one of my which became my friend, his shop, to get something like fixed on a car. I had a Civic at the time. I needed like the exhaust welded. I didn't know how to weld at that time. I didn't know how to like. I mean, I knew how to like work on stuff and like kind of like tinker around doing brakes, do like your basic shit.
How did you learn all that though?
Just kind of like, I don't know, like just like looking at things and like seeing how like things worked. It's just like kind of like almost self-explanatory if you really look at things.
You didn't have like a friend or something that was into that?
Not really.
Wow.
No. Like I took in high school, I took power mechanics.
What about work? You weren't like working as like a mechanic where you
No,
had to, like,
I was
force
doing
yourself to learn
like
this
food
shit?
deliveries and shit.
Oh,
when I
word.
was going to-
That's where you were learning. Oh.
Yeah. No, I was doing like pizza deliveries and stuff like that. At a time, I was doing like deliveries on like a turbo Honda Civic.
What was? Oh, dude, I was about to ask what your weapon of choice for that was.
Yeah, this is where the story is going to
Yeah,
get.
exactly. So
Yeah.
I was just like, I was going to school, and then I was like, I needed to get something welded. So then I went to that shop in Little Fair. It was called Tune for Life. And he welded the exhaust for me because it was like just like a basic like crack on the exhaust. So he welded it up for me, and then I was like, oh yeah, I have this Civic. I think I'm gonna like turbo it or something like that. He was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I do that. So I ended up coming back to him with the car turbocharged, and like I did all the work myself. And he was like, oh shit, like who did this? And I was like, I did. Kind of like hesitant a little bit. He was like, you actually did a good job. And I was like, oh shit, cool. And then I was like, he was actually asking like, oh, like what do I do for like work and stuff like that. And I was like doing food deliveries at the time. And I was just like, yeah, I kind of want to like learn a little bit more and stuff like that. And he pretty much told me like I could work there part-time. So I started working at a shop part-time, doing food deliveries, going to school, all the other shit. And then I started like, I built a website for him. I did like logos, all this other stuff.
Hey, the graphic design kicking in.
So then that transitioned into like me working on cars more. Prior to that, like I had like other cars, but like I didn't ever think like I can obtain like cool cars.
What was the power? Was it a single cam turbo?
Yeah, it was a single cam, a D16.
Yeah.
Y7.
Why the hell did you even buy that?
Well, my first car, technically, was a CB7 Accord.
Ooh, the square guy?
The square guy.
Yes, good car.
But I didn't technically have, like, I bought it, but there was an issue with the title. So then I had to, like, give it back to, like, my family friend or something like that. And I bought taillights for it. I already bought, like, all this cool
So
shit.
you're into cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel
was,
like we established that.
I haven't yet. How are you
Really?
into cars?
I don't know. I've always kind of been into it from, like, a younger age.
You got a dick and balls and you
don't
walk.
know.
Yeah, you're into cars.
I just, like...
That wasn't my, that
I
wasn't
just
my
like
path.
the whole mechanism of like a vehicle. I don't know. It's like
I just
All
thought
right.
it
Oh,
was
just
cool.
all-
You're into cars from birth. All right,
I
all
thought
right.
they were
not
cool.
from birth. I always had like little Hot Wheels and shit like that. And like growing up, like I was, I don't know, looking at them, analyzing things and shit
Yeah.
like that.
I'm telling you, you're a boy. They gave you cars as a toy when you
Yeah.
were.
That's not allowed anymore.
I know. Well,
I had like
it
a
is
whole
here.
Ninja Turtles like lunchbox filled with like Hot Wheels. It was like,
Yup,
I was always,
dude,
like,
the one
I would
with all
always
the
pick up
slots in
like
it,
pick
yeah.
my favorite ones and like play with them and stuff like that. I was into
Yeah.
like, I was really into like little model cars and shit like that too.
Dude, we would have like
Action
car
figures.
meets with that shit. You just line them up.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like for some reason you pull some of them out, put them back.
So
Wash 'em.
yeah, so that
Bathe with 'em.
that CB7 Accord didn't work out. So I ended up getting a Infiniti J30 as my first car.
The jelly bean looking shit.
Yeah, the one with the round back.
The thing that people like rob the diffs from, dude. That almost became
Yeah,
my like.
I have
second
a,
car
I have
out.
a spare J30 diff some like in my storage.
That was
actually.
about to be my daily.
Really?
I almost got a J30 myself. My aunt was selling one, or she was going to give it away.
That shit was classy,
to
too.
Cars for Kids. I didn't appreciate it at the time. I thought it was cool because it was rear wheel drive.
Those
and
cars are
it
cool.
was
I didn't know what I had at the
Lux,
time too.
very Lux car, very Lux. But it just looked
Leather
like,
interior, wood
didn't
grain
look-
trim.
it
you
was
know,
white, the one
Infinity
that I
had
was
like the
gonna-
clock and all that
Yep,
stuff, like
yep.
in the center, like normal Infinities.
Can you pull up a picture of a J30? This might be a forgotten car here, but and it was rear wheel drive.
Yes.
that was another thing
Yes.
about
Yeah,
it.
that's weird.
There it is. It had this crazy rear tail section. Look at
It
that.
actually reminds me of my S14 sometimes. Like looking at
No.
it.
That's a Buick.
That is a Buick LeSabre.
Yeah.
Dude, I might rock one of these tomorrow.
Look
That's
at
a
the front.
Buick.
The front end is kind of like a Zenki.
You tell me that's not a
The,
Buick.
the front looks like a fucking Oldsmobile Alero.
That's a Camry and a Buick has sex.
Dude, look at the one. Look at the one on the BBSs to the right of that. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that.
Classy.
That fits right in the Bronx, dude.
Wrong special.
Yeah, that one. Fuck yeah.
Mine was black interior.
Ooh, here we go. This one's
That's
my
wavy.
style
That's
right
wavy
here.
as
Bro,
hell.
look at the side exit pipes. Come on.
Yo, I didn't even peep that.
The side exit pipes, those can't be real.
Damn.
Those can't be
So,
real.
oh, it's got a VG. Is that the engine?
Ooh, on the more BBSs.
VG30.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a 300ZX.
Oh,
model.
here's the engine bay right below that, Malcolm, if you don't mind. There we go. Here's the engine bay.
Yeah, it's the best part of the car.
That looks just as terrible to work on as the
Yeah.
Z. Actually,
Yeah,
that
those things are
doesn't
tight.
look.
It doesn't look as bad.
There's the
comparative.
math. Take
Honestly,
the math out.
yeah.
That's the best part of the car.
Take the map out of the car. comparatively speaking to today's standards, that isn't even that bad anymore.
No, that's
Is
not
that
bad.
that crazy?
That
Look at
car
it.
sucks to
Look,
work on.
dude, have you seen the underneath of the hood of my truck now?
I'm just telling you, the vacuum line system on that fucking engine is
on the
insanity.
300s? And the same thing.
You can
Yeah,
fix
it's
it.
a-
It's the same thing. I've worked on the 300ZXs and like the vacuum lines all crumble. The harnesses all fray to shit. And it's just like an electrical nightmare, vacuum issue, EGR problems, like all that stuff. That's why that's why you should delete everything. But
Yeah.
Oh, look at the
at
interior.
the same time,
In order to delete everything, you got to take the intake manifold off, right? All that.
yeah. I think to do the harness, you have to take like the whole motor out. You have like no room.
Probably.
I think that's like the best option.
Dude, that was going to be my
The phone.
first daily. That was going to be your first car. And look, there's one drifting right there. Come on.
Malcolm, I think I have a picture in that hard drive.
It's kind of strange that no one drifts these.
So wait, this ended up being your first car?
Yes.
Yes. So how was it?
It was cool.
Did you ever try to drift
I actually
it?
got into an accident. Like someone stopped short and like the whole front end like got fucked up.
Bro, this
There
thing
it
is
is.
So I sold
cherry.
So I sold it for like dirt cheap. I think I brought it to like a dealership.
Bro, this thing looks
And
like
after that, I got like a shitty like Nissan Versa.
Oh no.
Because I was doing
Probably a good deal,
deliveries.
though.
No, I got
Really?
pretty much raped on that.
Really?
Oh
Yeah,
my
it was-
God.
I bought it brand new.
Terrible word.
Year of.
Yeah, but those cars are so cheap.
Yeah, I know, but still, I had no credit.
Aren't they made out of fucking cardboard and
Dude,
recycled
I
materials?
pushed the back of that car and like the whole panel, like the whole trunk pushed in.
Dude, those
Because I
cars,
got stuck in the snow
those
one time.
cars were like $15,000 like
Are we talking about
Yeah.
a Leaf or
5 years ago.
No, Nissan Versa.
That was definitely at the Edgewater underneath George Washington Bridge Park right there. No,
Yeah, which
the
one?
other one, the other photo.
Oh shit! Was that an Edgewater Starbucks?
That one.
Yeah, that's like
That's
the
Rostock.
Palisades.
Yeah, the Palisade.
yeah,
PI,
yeah.
right next
Yes.
to PIP. Right
Exactly.
What year was this?
there. Fucking 1992. It looks like
I don't even know. I don't know
Where the
what year
tower's
it was.
still up?
inspection
Yeah.
sticker on that thing. Dude, those wheels too. Those would be some good winter wheels for somebody. Probably 5 lug too.
Yeah, that car was cool. I liked it.
It is 5 lug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
has to be. It's like Lux and stuff. Dude, that corner, that little amber marker on the fender, that is literally a Zenki marker.
Yeah, they're very similar.
That is a Zenki marker.
And it's like crazy that like that's the chassis, like that's the car that I have like
Yeah.
for so long now.
And I don't know if you noticed this as well, but if you don't mind, Malcolm, just keep this up for a second. You remember that conversation with Zach as Steve we had about DOT standards? You see how small the lights are?
The headlights?
Compared to like now. I never noticed
yeah.
recently, but how big,
big
headlights
the headlights
are.
visibility.
Massive.
And all the headlights now are like super blinding.
Blinding. And you know why? 'Cause, dude, I showed Malcolm on the taco. I have this like dial on the left and like makes the headlights go up and down.
Yeah.
And if I was just in charge of that, I could just leave it up.
Yeah, that's
all the
really?
that's the problem. Like they put these in the cars and they're like,
That
oh yeah,
dial,
this will help.
that
everyone.
dial's for what? For just
It just goes up
high,
and down,
low beam.
up and down. No,
Just
no. It's just
where
the
you're aiming
level
them.
of the headlight.
Oh, but doesn't that move as far as like cornering? Some
No.
lights actually do
This
that.
one's just up and down, and I control it like this, and that's it.
Oh,
It's like I guess
I don't
they
think I've seen that feature.
you're gonna like
I'll
put it
show you.
low if you're driving in the city so you don't blind anyone. But like,
Yeah, but who's
That's
remembering
cool.
to do that?
no one's doing that.
That's like that.
I do.
That's like the dimmer for like the clusters and stuff too.
It looks like
It
that.
is like that. Yeah.
But then the dimmer for the cluster now is a button, and it pissed me off. I was like, how do I fucking do this shit?
Yeah,
But these are great, man. I wonder how much
Yeah.
these are nowadays.
I don't know.
Probably high, but look how small the headlights are. That's what I want. That's why I was pointing it out. Like, look how small and skinny they are, and the backlight is like this long JZX 90 looking one.
I'm trying to think of like new cars that are like very obviously big.
Of the headlights,
Yeah.
just like look at a
Like
Honda Accord or something.
newer trucks too. I mean,
Well, trucks
the
are
trucks are
fucking
just like
insane.
full like
Pull up.
90% grill in the front.
What would be the equivalent of that? That's
FRS?
honestly that right there was a G35 before the G35.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I have a G35.
Yeah, dude, they really sold you on that business
Yep.
model.
you couldn't get away from the clock on the inside. That was it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That really
Dude,
sold
you
on
needed
it.
another one.
Yeah.
I can't even read time like
What did
that.
I have after
That's
crazy.
Oh, I had a
1, 2, 3.
Toyota Paseo.
Oh, my mom had one of
That's
those.
like
She returned
That's
it.
very similar to like the Tercels.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
returned hers.
Look at this. That's the tiniest picture. I think Malcolm was looking at that before.
Wait, what?
What?
I
Wait,
don't know.
what?
That was on like a flip phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if these are good.
That's
I'd rather
super-
maybe we should
super
just
grainy,
Google a
super
photo of the
pixelated.
Paseo. But dude, the Paseo was cool. I like
Yeah.
the styling of the Paseo.
There should be other pictures in there too of like the exterior.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah,
Dude,
that thing
like
had a fart can. It was like, I think I was painting the car like flat black.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, because I was like,
what is this thing?
it's
It's
a
a
Tercel
Front
pretty
wheel
much.
drive Toyota with a
Toyota.
four-cylinder 1.8
Four-cylinder.
that they all got.
Yes, did it have a 1.8? I thought it had a 1.6.
It might be a 1.6, you're right.
Yeah,
I had the same motor in my
or even a
Celica.
1.5 maybe.
No,
got a
it might
pop-up
be a
somewhere?
one.
Yeah, this was my first stick car.
The market for these like hits.
Dude, like I bought this like at a gas station in Hackensack, and like it had like 20-inch rims on it or something something ridiculous. It was like some rubber band tires, and I was like, I don't know if I like this. And this guy's like, oh yeah, no, I'm not selling them with those. I was like, all right, good, because they're ugly as fuck.
He had this car like this with 20-inch rims on it.
I missed the New Jersey
It
plate
was
like
it was
that,
ridiculous.
where it was like stamped.
Yeah,
Why don't we just
I
get?
think my 240 still has a stamp plate.
didn't like
The
prisoners
newer
make those
ones are-
shits?
Yeah, they used to have jobs for.
Why don't we get
people
those
in the
going
jails.
again? Come on.
Now they don't have jobs. What are they
Why
doing?
don't we get those going?
I miss those plates. The fucking
The
whack
embossed-
ass flat
yeah,
plates.
nice
Now it's
embossed.
like no quality.
Why don't we
whatsoever.
get that free labor going?
There it is.
Damn,
There's
with
that motor.
eBay intake.
This is the
Spectre.
motor I had in my Celica too. It leaked so much oil.
This thing was a trooper though.
Yeah, dude, it runs good. Runs
Yeah.
good.
had
like
it-
how the
had it-
rad's like
I had it
almost-
for a bit.
That thing's almost.
I was doing food deliveries in that too.
Me too in the Celica. It was crazy. I would hit the Togue in the Celi. It's fire. These are good cars, man. And then the reason why I have an appreciation for them is because overseas, these kind of cars like this, a Honda,
They're super low maintenance.
Honda Jazz. Yeah, they're
These
low
things,
maintenance,
like,
but
last forever.
Since they're attainable, it's like these are the cars that get modded. Like these are the ones that get modifications.
Yeah,
These are the
exactly.
ones that get like customized in every way you can. You want a fish tank in the back.
These
and
are big
shit.
in other countries. Yeah.
Yeah,
gonna have
like
the
they're,
wipers.
that's why I kind of liked it at first, and it looks super. It looks. This is so fucking. I don't even know the word that I'm going to use for it, but it looks like a really JDM car.
It
Like
kinda, yeah, it
like if
kinda
it's
does.
in a bunch, like in a line, it just looks out of place. It looks goofy. It looks nerdy. It looks weird. It's very small and like round. I know we're looking at the engine bay, but
I always thought it was a little bit like boppy boppy cholo shit. but,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
could
but
be,
it's
could
alright.
be. Oh yeah. Oh,
like look
fuck
at that
yeah.
with the body kit.
Yeah, dude,
That
what?
could have been you.
Damn, I lost that. I could have had that.
But like, look
I
at it.
kept
Doesn't
it.
it look
Wait,
like
there's a
kind
convertible
of like
One of my, it was funny because like one of my coworkers at the
that looks JDM as hell.
one of my coworkers at the delivery place that I worked at, he had a red one, and his brother had that turquoise one, and he sold that to me.
Kind of a cool car. It kind of looks
Yeah.
like an Acura RSX right here. The shape of the fender and the headlight.
I just like little things about it. It just looks weird.
Yeah, it's a little funky,
The
right?
Paseo. My mom returned it because she said that it
Look
was
at that body kit.
annoying.
Oh my god!
She returned it because she said it was annoying to drive. We lived in Jersey City, and she said it wouldn't go up the hills in the heights.
because it has no power.
None.
No,
None.
Oh my
and it was
God.
auto.
dude, the hills in Jersey City and like North Bergen,
That's where, yeah.
those
she used to
hills
work
are
up in
so
that.
crazy. Even like cars now, you're just like
Dude, she returned it. I swear to
you have
God.
to
I
go
think
low
what did,
gear to try and go up.
what did she get after that? I think she got a Volkswagen or something after that. I don't even know. We ain't ever having my mom on here, bro. That would be fucking hell.
Why?
This thing looks great.
Yeah, I didn't even like really look into these cars.
That's what
that
I'm
much.
saying. They had like a bit of a
I
market.
think at one point, like I was like, they made aftermarket parts, and like I probably got like headlights or something like that for it, and I think I sold the car.
There's the fact that it has that 1.6
But
or 1.8
if
or whatever.
I had Lambo doors on that would have been.
You might have kept it.
I might have kept it.
The fact it has that 1.6 or 1.8 in it, though, that means that you could drop a 3S in there probably. I guarantee it. You could probably put a 3S GTE in there, and that thing probably hauls ass. That one particularly looks great because it has a wing.
Super light cars.
What else did you have?
Let's go back to the folder. after that, I had the EK Civic.
Oh, a lot
Dude,
more
there was
photos
a
in this
lot
one.
more.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
a little boost gauge action.
Oh, this is when you were getting crazy.
Yeah.
This was the turbo one.
There's a turbo one. Yeah.
Dude, I had my uncle had one of these in the Philippines. Oh yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Custom, baby,
look
with
at
the
that pipe.
downpipes.
You
Yeah.
made that?
Nah,
Oh,
I wasn't
okay.
making shit back then. Not like that.
Those jeans look tight as hell.
Yo, I used to do the skinny jeans like
I
crazy.
see the
They
I
used to-
love boobies bracelet, dude.
They
Right
were
in
probably
there.
girl jeans too.
Maybe.
Did we talk about jeans that one episode?
I don't know.
If
we
you
talked
go,
about the packs on
Malcolm,
jeans.
if you go to the bottom, that to the right is like the engine bay, I guess. That's like,
Yo, that looks like the eBay stock photo.
yeah, pretty much.
It is the textbook single cam,
So
turbo,
single cam-
half rad.
Single cam, non VTEC, Y8 intake manifold. Had a Greddy Type RZ blow off valve. It sounded super high pitched.
Engine management? P28
What's
ECU.
that?
P28.
This is what we talked about.
A step down ECU.
Yeah, this is what we talked
What
about.
is
The
that?
P28 ECU
I had a
tuned.
tuned on a ROM chip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
By
Step
a
down.
Xenocron
It's
up there.
it's just a step down harness. So
Oh,
it brings you down from like OBD2 to OBD1.
Oh, what the fuck?
So that way you can actually tune it.
we talked
I
about
had,
this
I had a
last
similar
episode.
thing on my 240 actually.
Why can't you just tune the OBD2?
The way I guess the way it interacts with like the board or something like that, you can't like reprogram it. I don't know.
Sounds like they
At the
didn't
time,
figure it out
they
yet.
just didn't have the tech at
Yeah.
the time.
It's it's OBD2. That's anytime it says OBD2, I'm like,
Yeah, at the time I think everyone was just making step down harnesses, and just because there was old technology that actually worked with the Hondas that were tried and true, you know.
I don't know. Everywhere you used to look on those buy and sell Honda pages in the tri-state area,
This thing was fun as hell. though.
P28. Yeah, dude, that thing
Dude,
was
four-
probably
14
sick.
pounds of boost.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, just like
Look how small that engine is.
yeah. I had
Yeah, but get
I had
walked.
I had a Garrett Honeywell Super 60 on that.
Dude, get fucking walked. You would get walked by this thing.
What? This thing's slow as fuck.
14
Yeah,
PSI?
once
What
I
year was
actually
this,
got
Frankie?
traction.
What year was this?
Actually got traction.
Maybe like 2008,
Bro,
2000.
in 2008?
Well, how much power did it make?
2008, what
Dude,
cars
I
had...
street tuned it. One of my friends was driving. One of my friends was on the laptop. I was in the back seat actually, and like we were tuning it on the highway on like Route 80,
Yeah.
and like the thing had no fucking brakes at all.
Oh my
and
God, dude.
we hit limiter. We hit the top of the speedo. I think it went to 160, something like that. That's what the computer was saying. 160, and it was just like kept on going. And he was like, "Yo, I'm backing out." He tried
Yeah.
to step on the brakes. The whole car was fucking vibrating.
Yep.
And he was just like, "All right, I think we're good." But this
I would
thing,
just let
used
that
to-
shit come
this
to a
thing used
stop.
to move, dude.
just had
I
the
actually
butt
like.
dyno.
I wanted to swap out the motor with like. I wanted to also keep a single cam, but I wanted to. At the time, it was like popular to do the Suzuki Vitara pistons,
Oh,
Eagle
yeah,
rod
yeah,
setup,
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
they drop right into these motors. Dude, people were doing that setup and like boosting the shit out of these things.
Yeah, dude, on the Honda pages, it would literally... Yeah, it might have been Vitara Pistons or like the other cheap one.
Or you'd be on like d16.org.
I don't know.
Or
if I
like
was
those
on there.
Honda.
I was on Honda.
forums.
I was on HondaShowOff.com.
Dude, I
don't
still
know.
get like happy birthday things from like those forums.
HondaShowOff.com was
funny.
the weirdest page because it was like there was this homepage and you could just click through a bunch of people's builds. It would just be on the homepage and it would click through all the builds. I would just click. Honda
I remember.
Show Off.
I think at the time, like there was someone that was building the single cam turbo Honda Civics, or no, they were doing the EF hatches. I think putting some like crazy big turbos on there. Busy Motor Racing.
Yeah. They did the
Remember it?
Odyssey and all
Remember
that
that
stuff.
dude?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, he's still probably doing crazier
still
shit.
doing
He
crazy
does like
shit.
Porsche stuff.
Yeah, but he was doing like crazy setups on like the same motor, and I was like, that was goals at the time.
Well, look at what happened to him. Now he's extremely successful in there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I think he
Space.
was doing like Porsche setups, like the Rawwelt belt stuff for like a while. You know, like those big turbo Porsches. He He was doing
What's that LR? Is it Lazy Rocket?
yes, Lazy Rocket vinyl.
Bro, they've been around for a while.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
dude. There was like at that time, I think it was like I was in a car club. It was like Team NJCT
Okay.
car
Oh
club.
my god!
Is this the same
Do
Lazy
you know
Rocket
that?
from the
yeah,
Midwest?
Team
Yeah.
NJCT
Dude,
with
we actually
Dave. I forget what his name. I
Rob?
think he's a realtor now.
yeah.
Yeah,
He was in that. He used to have he had a 350Z.
yeah.
He
Which
actually-
he bought
he
from
he flipped that thing at like
Matt
Bear
or
Mountain.
Chris.
He like flipped it over.
Oh yeah, he did roll it.
Yeah.
Oh my.
But I haven't talked to him in a while. I hope
Yeah,
he's doing
no,
well.
Silva.
Yeah, Dave De Silva.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how I know Dave De Silva, Angel. That was
Oh,
like the
right,
whole
right, Angel.
Broke Racers thing.
Yeah.
Remember Broke
Oh
Racers?
my god.
That's how I met
Mikey.
Mikey Goyako. I used to work with him too when I worked at Slideways. Who else? That's how I met Chris too.
That's how a lot of people met everyone.
Yeah.
I met
like-
Chris, and then
Who
I
else
met
was there?
all of these
Ugar,
others.
Ugar, Alberto.
Ethan.
Like,
I miss
all
Ugar
Ethan.
so fucking much.
It's weird when I went to that shop to work there at Slideways. That's like when I don't know if Ethan had like an injury or something like that. He had like shoulder
He
surgery.
probably from crashing his car.
His labes were big.
I don't know, something like that. But like
They're clapping against
his
each
labes,
other.
his labia.
Going like that.
Yeah.
Jesus
I
Christ.
passed that place the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
And it's like completely.
Empty.
Yeah,
I was like, I wonder what I'm going to see right now. And I
that's where I started actually TIG welding because I kind of like dabbled with it a little bit at that other shop in Little Ferry, like TIG welding, but like not like crazy at all.
anything on my car that needed welding or has needed welding is just solely done by Frankie. I want everybody to know that. The intercooler piping, the exhaust. Sorry.
Yeah, he broke that.
It's not
He
just
broke it
you.
off.
It's like everyone in this area.
And then
Lewis,
what else? No, but
Jesus.
dude,
Like,
I'm
you do the
talking
welding for everyone.
I'm talking like the first batch of intercooler piping that I made Frankie do, keyword made, because
He doesn't really complain though.
he would.
No,
You pulled up to
I'm
my house.
down
Do
to
you,
like.
do you
I'm down
remember
to
though?
do like work. Yeah.
And
Dude,
you pulled up
'cause,
to
like,
my garage, the right side of my garage, which is my dad's side, and
Dude,
we
and
didn't have a
he
table,
had
no
that Z.
bench.
He had
It
that
was
Z, that was so nice.
it was
I love
a
that thing.
garbage can,
Yeah.
a metal garbage can. Frankie's just welding on this thing.
Yeah, like I said,
Just
he
put the
doesn't
ground
complain.
clamp, like run onto it and just like start zipping away.
And
at
the
it.
first thing I think I had you do was like I bought this hot side of the SR piping.
I had to do a block
and,
off.
and there was a
right?
block off, but the
Yeah.
fucking pipe looked like it got run over by a bulldozer.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Not
can you
afterwards.
patch this?
Yeah.
And he like patched it up and it worked. And then I just got a new one eventually. But I think I needed that
But
one.
that was like a temporary thing too.
Yeah. It worked mad good.
You broke a few things on that SR car. I think you broke manifold.
You
broke a
did my
downpipe.
frame rail patches
Yeah,
on that.
I did that too.
I think you might have did that job twice for me. There was one on the coupe and then you did one on the hatch.
Yeah, I did.
And that's crazy,
Yeah.
man. I'm telling you, Frankie's been around. I'm trying to think of what other things I made you weld. But then, okay,
I did
Over-
the IS.
the diff.
Yeah, I did I
both
did the
any of the
diff.
diffs.
Any of the diffs actually. Yeah.
Actually, Ethan Lazarus welded the
240
first one that I
Yeah.
ever had. Yeah. Holy fuck.
I did the IS. I did what was it? The intercooler piping for the JZ.
Yeah. That was the most recent one.
Yeah.
They've
And
been
the
freaking
downpipe.
fire, and they're clean. It's just
Yep.
and been holding up.
That's good.
You know what I mean? But that's crazy that we've been friends for that long.
Yeah,
and
dude.
you've been.
I was actually looking at pictures the other day. It was like I think it was in your garage, and like Chris is cooking up on like that portable.
Oh
stove.
yeah.
And I was like, dude,
Oh
that's-
my
He
god,
should
that's
still be
so
doing that
funny.
shit. I don't know why he
That's
stopped that.
so fucking crazy,
Dude, we
to
were
think
all
about like
kids.
how long ago that was, and like how everyone's just like,
But then sometimes I look at the YouTube because I have a video for all that stuff. I look at the YouTube and it'll say like
The BM
7
stuff?
years. Yeah.
yeah, it
It'll
doesn't
like
seem like it's that
7
long
years.
ago.
And then I'm like, 7 years? That doesn't even seem like that long. Oh,
Well,
or well, maybe last year
the
was like
last
6.
5 years for me have been like a blur.
I don't remember
You
shit.
got to delete 2 years for COVID.
Yeah, I think
wasn't
after
COVID
that,
like
I was
5 years?
I don't know. COVID, they usually say like 2 years for COVID.
like brain fog all the time.
yeah.
I don't know.
Because like it was like 2 years just went by and they just disappeared.
I lost myself so much during COVID. Like I lost everything about me. Like
was
just
it a good thing or was it a bad thing?
no, it was horrible. It was horrible.
I was just like, I was working, going home, playing a little Resident Evil, I think.
All right.
And then going out to another shop that I was working at.
I was working, drinking, and partying a lot because
I
I
was
had
doing-
just
yeah,
I
I
just
was-
got out of the relationship,
I
like,
was doing a lot of drinking, I think.
and then just like
Not
partying
like crazy, but-
like crazy. I was with this girl for
Yeah. I remember.
5 years with
Yeah.
this chick.
That's the chick
Got-
you went to like pick up the Nismo wheels with.
Yes. 5 years, and then like I just started going out, getting hammered. I started working out, got thin. Then COVID happened, bro. I couldn't even enjoy the
I think
fruits of my labor.
You sold your car at that time too.
Yeah. So COVID happened. No, it's because I sold my car, and then the world was like, "Fuck." Start COVID, and then
That's the origin story.
That's-
nobody was biting bats.
yeah, no, it
None
was
of
because
that
I sold
shit.
my
There's
240
no
to
lab
Derek.
stuff.
But I
No
actually
lab leak.
I shacked up with some chick and just lost everything about myself that made me me. Like I literally just was just indoors, so then I couldn't be outside. It's not like she wanted to go on hikes and shit or work on the 240 or hang out in the garage. It was different than girl number one.
Yeah.
So like it was just COVID was horrible.
That's
for
not
me.
good.
And then COVID ended, and thank God we got cars back and friends and everything else. Like as soon as we split up,
Dude,
oh my God.
Driving around during COVID was so
It was
good,
so
though.
sick.
They
Oh
were
my
just
God. If I
ripping
had
all the
my
time.
if
I'm
I had
driving
my
at the same speed.
if I had my 13, oh my God.
Nothing
I
happened
was
yet.
doing that like recently and I got pulled over. I was
You
just-
did?
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
That's the first time in like
a while,
a
right?
while.
Yeah.
Wait,
I got
driving
pulled
what?
over. Like I got pulled over on
He was
Route 80
speeding.
for speeding.
What?
And
We're
I was
too
just like-
damn old, Frankie.
I was like,
to be-
I'm going to work. Like really? And he was like, yep. Well, you know, I could really
what was the
screw
speed?
you over. I was probably going like 95.
Okay.
That's the best when they're like,
Speeding
I
is
could really
80.
ruin your day. Yeah, no shit. It
And
is.
he was like, how fast do you think the speed limit is? Or what do you think the speed limit is? I was like, I don't know, 80? And he's like, nowhere in New Jersey is it.
You're
He's
never
55.
supposed to. You're
Yeah.
never supposed to answer. It's a trick question. You're never
Yeah, I
supposed to
know.
answer.
I was just like, I think I like in the moment, I was just like,
I'm just
I don't
no.
wanna, like-
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Talk to my
so he
lawyer,
gave you a
talk to my-
speeding ticket.
no, I think he gave me a careless driving instead,
Oh, see.
which is reduced. It's still 2 points, but I haven't had anything in a while, so I only have 2 points.
After all that, no bullshit
After,
that I
like,
just
dude,
said, I am the most
years
compliant.
ago, I used to have like a lot of points.
Yeah. No
It
matter
was
what
bad.
I was
Like, I'd
getting
get pulled over and be like, I'd be in the 240 and be like, "Well, you think you're going fast and furious or some shit like that?" Like they were like, "Are you kidding me?" Like,
People talk about that shit all the time, but with the 240, I drove home all the time, late as fuck, with the livery car dump, neons on or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Dude, Ramsey,
'cause you're white.
nothing.
I was gonna say because you're white.
You're right. I'm 6 foot and white.
yeah,
I forgot.
privileged.
Hold on a minute. Whoop. No, I'm just kidding. Fucking. No, but the only time that I got pulled over a lot was when I had a Honda. That was it.
Yo,
For some weird reason.
I got a story when I got
Like,
pulled over
what?
in this Honda.
This one?
Yes,
Hell
it was
yeah.
prior to turboing it. I think it was a week prior to like when I wanted to initially turbo it. I was, yeah, exactly.
Where are the fucking drugs?
They're in my pocket.
Like rip open the whole car.
But I have some of those.
Where's the fucking weed?
Yeah, I got pulled over, and I got pulled over for loud exhaust.
Of course.
Yup, dude.
Loud exhaust, right? And I was like, okay, whatever. It's a loud exhaust ticket. I'll do that. Then he gave me loud exhaust tint ticket. Then what else? Oh, the registration was expired by a day. So he was like, "Oh, you can't be driving this thing
Yeah, well, you're fucked.
legally. You can't be driving this thing." That. What else? I didn't update my address on my license, so I got a ticket for that too. I didn't know you can
Is
get a
he
ticket
trying
for
to
that.
take you to jail?
Pretty much.
Like,
he
these are
almost did. Almost did. And the car got impounded, actually. So that was in Rutherford or East of Rutherford or something. I don't know what
Yeah,
town.
great police around here.
One of those on 17.
When you grow up in like that era, I feel like it wasn't Google Maps and Waze and all that shit did not tell you about cops and that.
No, it didn't give you a heads up.
All
at all.
I was going off of were people because I got pulled over in your town
Brake
once,
lights.
Westwood.
Why people
They
are
suck
slowing
too.
down.
They're
Yeah.
horrible cops in there, and Mawa cops. Oh my god.
Oh,
they were
anytime
so
going
fucking
to like to your house,
Yeah,
I was
it was
always
hell.
like,
Route
Any
17.
area that's mostly white.
I was just, like,
Paramus
puckered
cops.
up.
Yeah, you were as soon as
Dude.
you're on 17, it's like you
dude,
just got
coming down the hill from like where Ramsey Nissan was. I was always neutral.
That's where I've gotten pulled
Just
over a few
neutral.
times for loud exhaust, having a brake light out, license plate out,
driving past curfew or whatever.
sit by like the dealerships over there.
It was right in the Maserati or boat dealership, and right in the Exxon or right in the Acura, right up there. Or there was like Stryker, that Saddle River exit. If you're from North Jersey, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But this isn't gonna matter to anybody who's not from there. So, but yeah, I got pulled over in Westwood, and I had 3 people in the car, and I remember I had to lie for the first time about getting pulled over, because he was like, "You have a very loud exhaust," and in my mind, I had the Integra.
Yeah.
There's no quieting down a NA Honda.
No.
It is
Super loud.
the loudest thing. So I'm like, oh, I just got it replaced. Actually, it must have broke or blah blah blah. It says it was compliant, and I was 17. So then there's that law too.
Oh,
Do you
'cause you
remember
can't have that many
you
people.
remember Kylie's law? I don't know if that's still a thing.
I know I've heard it, but I
Wait,
don't know
is that
what it
the
It was
red dot? on the
No
plate?
more. Yeah, the Velcro. I actually did my
That
college.
was after us.
Yeah,
It was my college assignment. Actually,
That was like,
I did
but
a report
they
on it.
got rid of it because there was people that were
Yeah, because
tracking down little kids. and
Yeah,
shit,
because
right?
I did a
Youngins.
report on it, and they were like, no.
They
no,
wanted
no.
younglings.
They read my report. They said no, we're taking this out. But I did get a lot of info on it, and like a TLDR of it is in New Jersey. Way back when, I don't know if it's still valid today. You had to put a orange rectangle on the top right of your license plate, or at least somewhat visible on your license plate. And in my report and many others, I said that it was so easy for younger people to just get targeted, whether it was by law enforcement.
That's true,
not that that's law enforcement's intention, but it was pretty easy for them to be like, oh, that's a young driver. Let me look out for that.
Yeah.
Which, your
Don't
safety,
Don't they have the
whatever.
same thing in Japan too? With,
Possibly
the
it's a
plates,
little-
the little badges.
Yeah, but this one is like, there were cases like recorded of
Yeah.
people
I think like
blatantly targeting.
the body cams and stuff like that
Yeah.
that like people have now.
Yeah.
like is like what kind of stops certain things from happening.
I guess,
or
but I'm talking about like straight up just like
Some cops
fucking
are just, like,
predators
wanting
and
to, like,
shit.
yeah.
Like they're just following a kid home.
Oh, true.
But yeah, he got me because of the orange square, and I had 3 people in the car. Fucking dumb.
Yeah, I think like when you have your provisional, like you can only have a certain amount of people.
One. You can have one.
And past a certain time, you can't be out.
You
right?
cannot be past us. Yeah, you're right.
You gotta be like Cinderella.
Yeah, you got to get home right
Otherwise,
away.
you turn into a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Right?
They really pull you over for mufflers, and then a Harley Davidson rides by.
Well,
Yeah,
I was about
exactly.
to
You're like,
say,
what the
when was
fuck
the
are we
last
doing?
time you ever got concerned? I don't think that they care about the muffler thing lately.
No, not
They
really.
ever since COVID, they didn't. To me, they don't give a shit about anything.
I think it's
To me.
since the Beamer epidemic happened.
Oh, like a takeover.
Because
stuff?
because the
Oh,
BMW
the crackle.
BMWs
Yeah.
were
Crack
coming off the
tunes.
lot, and they were loud already, and they were like, oh,
they weren't that loud.
they're loud as
Well, no,
dick.
all you open up is a little diaphragm, and like it just opens up a butterfly valve. And
They're
like
so
They had
fucking loud.
a burble tune from the factory,
Yeah.
but they had mufflers on the car.
yeah, they did, but you
Yeah.
put it in sport mode, and it just
Yeah, you just go pop, 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 pop.
should,
You fucked with
Something
it. That
like
was
that.
kind of cool. That was kind of cool. I don't fuck with the burble tune, dude.
Nah,
I'm
I
glad
don't
that we're
like that
getting rid of
shit.
that. And I think takeovers are kind of. You know what I saw the other
But
day?
you sent me this shit the other day.
The one where the kid was cleaning it up, right?
No, there was a boxing match at a takeover.
That was different. Okay, now that right there, that's good.
Like
A1
legit?
entertainment. I don't give a
yeah,
fuck.
it was a boxing match. These 2 kids are
Did you
boxing,
see this, Malcolm?
and they're surrounded, and it's a takeover.
They're boxing
see
and
that.
they're in the middle of a takeover.
I've
Like
seen
they're
some
just
wild shit. Though.
left.
I've seen
right.
like people's pants getting ripped up. Oh,
Look at this shit. What are we doing, dude?
fire,
damn.
Look at it over a fucking steel grate.
dude. White shirt is getting smoked.
Yo, whoever
And then
loses, the steel grate opens and falls in. Right?
There's fucking doing donuts around him.
Frankie, I really hate to say it, but isn't that
Oh, I don't know which one it is.
that's the one, right?
the real one or the
one that
here?
you and Miyagi.
Oh, I don't know.
Yep, that's got to be the one. That's the one that you and Miyagi.
I mean, I would assume so, just because it's a fucking takeover. But
Dude, I like that they got gloves too. Like that you didn't want to really
You don't want to bare knuckle
be too
that.
quick.
oh yeah,
and
they're
just bare
legit with
knuckle.
it. Yeah, it's legit. It's a legit fight.
That's an Impala right there.
know.
That's fire. That's definitely not here.
That's not here.
That's
dude.
not here. That's a sick
Look at all the
Impala.
phones. I fucking hate this shit.
Yeah, it's too wild.
Just so lame.
Well, anyway, what happened that night?
I think that night
Getting
right
back
there,
to-
I would be amped up.
Getting back to that night that I was talking about. So the car got impounded, right? And the car was registered under my mom's name, and she was out of the country for like a month, right? So then it got in the impound yard, and I had to pay probably like 3 weeks worth of it
Storage
being
fees.
in the impound lot, plus all that other stuff. I was just like so messed up
That
and like
probably
so
was like
pissed.
$1,000.
More than that.
More.
Yeah, it was like probably like 2,500 or something like that.
Nope.
Protect and serve.
Hell no.
That was crazy.
I would have dragged that shit out of there myself.
And then I was like, well, there goes kind of the budget for the car, but. So I was
That's
like,
what you're thinking of.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, there goes the budget.
There goes the budget for the car. So then I just like ended up turboing it. But
Show me the Versa he's got, Malcolm. I want to see that.
piece of shit.
I found a lot of things. Like that whole Kylie's Law thing with the orange square was
Yeah,
so
that's the
weird.
cheap one, dude.
That's a cheap one. Yeah.
Look, where'd you get it from? Meadowlands? What is that?
Yeah, Route 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you got a deal on that car. Come on now.
Probably not because my credit sucked.
Okay,
I think I had my sister co-sign.
roll up windows or no?
No.
Oh, you could have got a cheaper one.
Yeah, I could have.
That's crazy.
I should have.
No, you shouldn't have.
I remember this shit. Oh my god.
Dude,
cars-
that shit
those
looked like a
cars
salt and
sucked.
pepper shaker right there.
That is like the
automatic.
most cheap, basic car you could buy brand
look,
new.
I think
That's
it
so
was
weird.
showing
Those
part of a
dials
racing
look
map.
like Volkswagen Beetle dials. That's so weird.
They probably took them from it.
Yeah.
Look at the picture.
Yo, look at the Galant to the
Yeah,
right.
damn.
though.
Who's that?
That was a coworker that I had. It was like a purple faded Galant.
Yeah.
That thing was cool too.
Where are you? Fort Lee or something?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Fort
that
Lee.
looked like Fort Lee.
Yep.
Cool.
That's where
Fort
I
General
grew
Lee.
up.
That's
So you
not
tried to
really
be-
what it's called.
You try to be normal for a minute and get like a normal car?
Yeah.
How'd that
And I
work
was
out?
like, I didn't like it.
It's whack.
Yeah,
my
it was
my
just-
normal car was an Accord.
What
It
is
was
this
worse
photo?
than that.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, wait, that's the place I worked at. That was my godfather's my godfather's restaurant.
Really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
I worked there for a while for doing deliveries.
Hell
I was just
yeah.
zipping around in that.
zipping.
I mean, that's
for
a good
sure.
car for
That's a
delivery.
good car.
Yeah,
for
that is the
deliveries.
delivery car.
I think after that I sold that and
You know what's crazy? That thing's owned by somebody who's just
I sold
chiefing
I
vapes
sold
in there.
I sold that, or my sister took over the financing probably, and I got the Paseo. Then I got the Civic.
You had a Forester?
Oh
yeah.
wait, I
Yeah,
might
did.
remember.
As a Frontier.
Oh no,
As a
I remember
Frontier.
this.
Yeah, that thing was cool. Yeah, I had a Forester. That thing was cool.
Wait a minute, didn't you sell that to? Or did that die? Did that switch
No,
hands?
I sold it to someone.
to a friend of ours. I don't know.
No. But I think I got the taillight from that friend because someone junked their car that looked exactly like that.
Who the fuck was that friend? Do you know? Do you remember the friend?
Josh? No, not Josh.
I like those cars a
No,
lot.
Josh had a white one. Josh bought my dad's.
Hmm.
And that one's still kicking, I think. Yeah, the front lights look sick on those. And with the
Yeah.
eyelid, those look really cool.
Yeah.
That's the Blaba year, right? What
Yeah.
year is it?
Manual?
Yeah, so
Shit,
Yeah,
liquid
manual.
death supporter from birth.
Yeah.
05, 06?
That one? Yeah. I think it was a 05. Yeah.
He's just taking pictures of the gear lever.
Yeah.
I
think
really
that's probably
like
when
I really like that car.
Probably when I was going to sell it.
I like when they come in two-tone,
Yeah.
black and gray.
My sister has one of these currently.
There's always like the coexist stickers on those things.
yeah.
Right? Oh,
yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Why?
Well, they say
That
this
thing-
is they
that-
say this is a lesbian car.
I bought that because I had my Silverado and I wanted to save some
I
gas.
don't even remember that.
Yeah.
I literally don't remember that. Wait, what? What were you doing?
Tires, I think.
What?
Yeah. Mountain balance.
Chris worked here?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
Chris
thing
was it before
yeah.
that.
Floors.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
You're a shit friend.
Thanks, Carl.
I'm just kidding. You're the greatest.
I don't know what else is on there.
Whose shop is this?
Oh, that's a full-time fab. That's the shop that I worked at.
Yeah.
Wait, is that in Clifton?
North Bergen.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
There was another shop in Clifton that we all went to. VX.
VX Auto.
Yeah.
Oh, Victor.
Yeah,
he's cool.
yeah. That was right by my
That's
aunt's
where
house.
that's where Mikey went after. Well, no, he worked somewhere else for a little bit, and I think he went to VX afterwards. And like, who else worked there? Alan worked there. Alan still works there, I think.
I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe. But my aunt lived right there at the Riverwalk, which was right past the overpass. And
There
I
was
remember
like
just walking past.
right next to it. There was like the Jewish auto repair place.
What
I don't know
makes
if you
it
remember
Jewish?
that.
Like the repairs
No,
are
no,
the
it was
repairs are
like
halal
it was
or
no, it
whatever?
was just like strictly like they only dealt with, I guess,
Their own kind.
their own kind. I don't know.
You get a repair, the rabbi comes.
No, yeah, it was like
Probably a lot of Honda Odysseys and
Yeah, a lot of Toyota Siennas.
I used to call it Maris-Yahoo Motorsports. It was like pretty funny.
Lots of motors.
Yeah, but no, yeah, VX. That place is cool too.
What
This is
did
a
I
big
get-
shop.
What did I get from there? I got like pallets or something from that shop next door from y'all.
What else did I have? I don't know. Got a bunch of other shit.
Sorry.
Um,
Now, why don't we fast forward to the G35? Because this is.
dude, there's so many.
Wait.
Pictures probably
There's a
of that.
bike on the bottom. You had a bike?
Oh yeah, I had a Yamaha Radeon. A
Oh,
a
yeah,
YX600.
dude.
Yeah, that thing was cool. I didn't
Yeah,
use, I
dude,
didn't
that's
use
a
it as
Maxim.
much as
Not a Maxim, but they're the same motors.
yeah, pretty much. That thing was fun. Put a little drag bar on it.
You
Circle
probably look
headlight.
cool as hell on that thing. Yeah, there we go.
I didn't ride it as much as I should have, but
I like the tank. Fuck yeah, that's a good tank design.
yeah,
I remember that real quick.
that was when I worked at that shop in
Radian?
Little Ferry. Yeah, it was a Yamaha Radeon.
The other tank style that I like is a Virago. Do you know what that is? A Yamaha Virago.
heard of it. I don't.
The
Can't
tank,
picture it.
the tank is very pointy, so I feel like that might be good because I want to get a new tank for my bike. It's not aggressive enough looking, and I want an aggressive one.
That's my
Is that
friend
Alex?
Yeah,
Dude, he's
Yeah.
making movies and shit.
Yeah.
I still follow him on Instagram. I have no idea why.
yeah.
I've spoken to him a few times.
He actually he picked up his car today. From
Oh,
here.
that's
Was
I was
that
gonna say,
him?
it looks
That's him.
familiar.
We follow each other, bro. I could have said hi to him and shit.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, it does look exactly like him.
Yeah.
Whoa!
That's him.
He has a 13 still?
He bought another one. He bought one
just
from
bought Rob's
Like
car.
he's into cars and stuff?
Yeah,
I
he
was
had
trying to
S13
tell you
remember
whose
he
car
had
that was, but-
he had an S13 years ago.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I could have said hi to him today. I
Yeah.
thought he looked familiar, but
He
I
had
didn't.
what was
I don't
a
know.
blacktop SR.
I don't remember. I didn't remember what like names to faces, but
Yeah.
I know when I looked at that photo just now that was Alex.
Yikes! You had a Jetta. Yikes!
Yo, the
Yeah,
TDI
dude.
Jetta, that thing was probably
was
a beast.
crazy.
Oh, I remember
That
this
was
thing.
a 1.8T Wolfberg edition.
Oh, I thought it was a
And
TDI.
dude, it was a shit show. This car. When I bought it, that's when I bought it. Yeah, and the owner that had it, the previous owner, welded the manifold to the turbo. I didn't know that, and when I saw that there was a coolant leak, so I was addressing the coolant leak, and I saw that, and I was like, "What the fuck is
That
happening,
looks like a nightmare.
dude? It is a nightmare."
Why are all the wires all over the place?
Because they did a battery relocation, and that car had like the crazy parasitic draw, and like they used some crazy gauge wire, and it looked like complete shit. It was done like shit. I think they had like one of those Irwin squeeze clamps holding the terminals on.
Not a
I
bad
was like,
idea.
what the
Not a bad
fuck
idea.
is going on?
Like I look at that engine bay and I'm like, now I know why they lost the war.
Yeah,
I always think that the coolant overflow on those looks so weird. They're like
the circle.
they're little
Yeah.
globes.
Yeah.
I fuck with that. That's cool.
I think I was too broke to be a Volkswagen guy.
Good photo.
Yeah, that's super blurry.
What
Oh,
in the
that's not even.
fuck?
That was someone else's.
God damn.
That was one of the high boost cars.
High boost,
yeah.
like on 440.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys.
That was,
That's
this dude,
high boost.
That was this dude Ed that I know.
This thing probably ran.
That thing was
shit,
crazy.
dude.
That was at the shop in Little Ferry as
Yo,
well.
clean as hell too.
that work was done by Kevin at from Full Time Fab. Before it used to be K and V Fab. It was Kevin and this other guy Victor from VIP Auto.
Yikes.
Yeah, this thing was a mess.
There's no way to make that look good.
This thing, I got the intercooler piping done, did a front mount setup. I put a bigger turbo on it. Originally, I had an APR Stage 3 Plus kit on it, but the turbo was fucked. It was like welded to the manifold. So then I put a bigger turbo, some cast manifold. I put a screamer pipe on it, did a whole front mount, did some like janky ass retune, and like the car never ran like perfect.
Why is there one R8 coil and the other three are normal?
Dude, there was like spare coils in the back seat when I bought it. I was like, I guess he was just like going through coils, fouling out everything.
The far one is an R8 coil back.
Yep. That shit was janky as hell. What else do I have over there?
You didn't know that far one was an R8 coil pack?
No.
I liked Volkswagen and stuff for a little while.
I mean, I've seen that coil pack before. I didn't know what it
they
was.
put them on CAs.
Oh.
And SRs too, I think.
No, not really. I don't know anyone's putting on an SR, but I definitely seen it on a K.
And they put it on
CA.
They did.
I know.
They did it for the
Matt used
SRs
them.
too. The coil.
I don't know. I was
conversion.
just shooting stuff out my ass.
Hey, yep.
Whoa.
Yo, what?
Yo, where's the fucking S14, bro?
Oh, if you go to.
Oh, okay.
No, this is.
How is this
other
that
stuff.
small?
That
There was a subfolder. There was a subfolder. Oh, there. S14 not.
So my S14 is probably like all old pictures.
This is your current S14.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, that's when I bought it.
Damn, you fucked up.
You fucked that shit up.
Dude, what?
Look at that Mustang back there.
Oh my God, Frankie, what did you do?
Oh my God, I know where
That's
this
when
is.
I bought it.
I think I know where this is.
That's what my car looked like.
Yeah.
No, my car was never that clean.
Dude, I bought this thing for $2,200.
Damn.
Completely stock.
Yeah,
Full
back in
stock,
99.
Stock intake. No, I think I bought it in like 2013,
Dude, that thing is
It's a good deal.
2013.
Looks like a fucking
Or something
SE
like that.
too.
It is an SE, just minus the sunroof.
Oh, didn't see that.
Whoa.
Yep.
It already
Had to
hit
clean
the-
that up a little bit. But besides that, it was an automatic SE. Power windows, power everything.
I'm just trying to look at the surrounding areas. I like doing that when I look at photos.
Yeah, I forgot where that was parked.
And then you did KAT on this?
I had it automatic for a little bit. Then I did a manual swap. But then, yeah, I did do a KAT. I had a bunch of KATs.
Holy mama. God.
Yeah. It kind of escalates quick.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That
This
thing
is
was,
one
dude,
eBay order away from getting fucking crazy.
That-
What the fuck?
Was that the Turbonetic? I think that was a Turbonex. Or no, that was the Garrett Honeywell. That was the Garrett Honeywell Super.
That's the one that was on
Yeah.
your Civic?
No, that was on my. Or is that the Honeywell? I don't even know. I think that was on the Jetta. Or it no,
That
it
thing
stayed on the
is-
Jetta because I had
thing
one.
is
I had one on a Civic, and then it went to the Jetta, and then I sold the car with the turbo. So that's a different one that I put on there.
The Batman sweatband goes crazy.
yeah, that's just crazy.
Hard. Why?
Yeah.
So you didn't like this setup?
No, I did.
Why isn't it connected?
I was going through shit. I don't know. I was like, I think I was mocking stuff up. I think I had like.
Did you have a daily at this point?
This was my daily.
So
Yeah, you were
that's
definitely
why,
going through
Malcolm,
shit.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Like,
This was
like
my-
where's the next couple photos gonna be?
This was my daily, dude. I was like, I did that. I did like different 550cc injectors. I did the Z32 MAF. I did.
Oh yeah, dude, the
All that
fucking
shit.
drain,
Got the
the
gritty
sink
catch
drain over the intake is sick. The sink drain
Oh yeah,
mesh.
dude. That shit's crazy. Like I look back on stuff like that and like
Stock
that's super
rat?
janky.
Oh my-
You see what's in the corner over there?
FMU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, when's the last time you seen shit like that?
Oh yeah.
That's old school. I think that was a Jackson Racing FMU.
Oh, at least it's a good one.
Yeah.
Not a Golden Eagle one.
Nah. I had a Golden Eagle vacuum block somewhere in the engine bay that I've had in like most of my cars for like the vacuum management. It's actually pretty funny.
Dude,
that's a
that-
Turbonetics. That
Why is the math
Directly
what?
on it.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
I think I was just trying to get it driving. I don't know.
I don't know if that's gonna drive.
It worked, kind of. Dude, I had prior. I think I had like the ROM tune chips as well.
Oh my God, that's literally what I had to do on my car.
You know what I was using, dude? I was using a Super AFC, Super AFC 2.
Oh damn, not
Those
the
like
super,
Neos?
not the Super Africa.
Yeah, dude. And like you were just like, look at the janky shit like into the MAF. I had to like wire stuff into that to trick the MAF.
What in the fuck?
How did this thing run?
And the spark plug wires
Pretty
are kind of
rich.
close to the turbo a little bit, don't you think?
Not too bad. It was on the cold side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's progressed like after a while.
Did you get any of these cars tuned ever? Like on a dyno?
Street tune. No.
Hold on. Yeah, Malcolm, I was going to say, look at the glamour
Yeah.
shots. Here we go.
So you don't know what the fuck your fastest car was? Well, kind of. Probably the Honda.
That body is
Oh, no,
straight
probably the
as
S14
fuck
now.
right there, dude. You're just missing a little
Yeah.
clip on the bumper.
Yeah. That bumper was always sagging. It was always ripping off. I think I lost it on 21 one time.
I wanted
ran
an
over it.
S14 so badly, dude. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see it with the V8.
Where is, you gotta scroll down like
Jesus.
crazy probably. This might not even have the V8 pictures.
The
in here.
the barn swap.
Wow, you really had a
mount.
KAT for a while.
Yeah. I think I had like 3 or 4 KATs. Honestly, like the stock setups, like not even opened up, lasted me the longest.
Yeah, so this is your current.
No, this was like revision 1 of like the
this
KA.
is when I saw it.
Dude, I used to have a fender dump, like going right out the side.
I remember, dude.
I think you
I saw it with it like this. I picked up something.
When Chris was doing his swap, right? When Chris was doing his SR swap, we had to go to my garage.
Your garage, yeah.
And we picked up something.
I forgot what we did.
I think it was
You needed to weld something.
no, it was something stupid. It was like the clutch alignment tool.
Maybe.
I think that's what it was.
You were
But
saying
then-
shit escalates. I could see it escalated a bit.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah, pretty much.
What
this
made you
isn't
go
a-
with a V8?
I kind of got sick of popping KAs.
Oh, okay.
So I was just like, yeah, like what I was saying before, I had like 4 of them, probably like KAT setups. So the stock ones lasted me the longest on like 10 pounds boost. But then I kept on getting greedy and just like upping the boost. So I was like 15, 19, chilling at 19. I had one that was a built KA. Had CP pistons, eagle rods, ARP head studs, ARP rod bolts, like all that stuff. Brand
Is that
new
the
bearings.
one you snapped the cam in?
No, I snapped the cam. Oh no, that was at Danny's yard.
Oh, okay,
Remember Danny?
Yeah, rest in peace. Man.
Yeah.
Danny. Holy shit.
Yeah, he was like telling me to do some timing shit. He snapped it. He was doing the timing gear, and like he like cranked on it. He's like, "Oh, Frankie, you have to tighten it like this." And he was just like showing me how to do it, and he snapped the fucking cam bolt
Fuck your
in
couch.
the cam. Yeah, dude, it was crazy. But no, I had that one, probably the built one, for the shortest amount of time, and I bought that built one from someone that bought it from another person. I bought it from my friend Brian, and he bought it from another friend. And that was going to be a KAT setup that they were going to do. And he bought it for dumb cheap because they were junk in the car. He bought it for $100.
Oh my God. How fast did you blow it up?
Probably like, that thing probably lasted me like 6 months.
Jesus
I milkshaked
Christ.
that thing.
I sold the K.
I lifted the head on it
I sold the K
with
for
the
$100.
ARP studs.
Okay.
But I milkshaked the shit out of it. And
Couldn't just clean it up and
I could have, but I was just like so frustrated at that point. Or I was just like, I think I was like cool with, you remember Miro?
yeah.
I was cool with him. So I bought a 4.8 from him. And that's what that was.
So we can blame Miro for this.
So kind of, but not really. That was my decision. So I was like, all right, I'm going to buy a V8 and put it in there, a 4.8. And I was like, you know what? I kind of want to like test what I can do and like fab up some stuff and whatever.
Let me cut the front end off.
That was when I was pulling out the motor from the KAT. Actually, the leg on the cherry picker gave out.
Oh,
and it fell.
no.
It fell on the front rad support. It fell. It crushed everything, and it fell on my fender. And I was
That's
just
like everyone's worst nightmare.
And I was like,
I didn't even know
dude,
that could happen.
I almost cried. It was like so bad.
I didn't even know that could
That
happen.
happened, and I was just like, it was just sitting in there all crooked and shit. And I was like, oh my God. So I decided like I think I gave it a break for like a few days, and I decided I'm just gonna cut the front end and tube the front end.
And you already knew how to weld at this point, so.
Yeah. So I was working at a shop, but like not doing like TIG, but like I already knew how to like TIG weld. So I decided just to make this shit and make it work and do a whole tube front end and put a fucking bottom mount forward facing turbo.
You couldn't just leave it as a V8.
I could have, but like I wanted to like kind of see what I could do, you know?
And we
At the
still
same
haven't
time.
got this thing dyno tuned yet.
No.
It's running
I
now,
street tune
right?
it.
Like,
Yeah.
fine.
I just honestly I drive it around, I log it, and I just make adjustments. It has to get dyno tuned.
No shit.
Yeah, no
This
shit.
fucking thing.
I was like,
That
yeah,
this is
you
this
think?
is this is the version 1 though. Because
What's it look like now? Malcolm, you got a photo of this?
I think he does. If not, I think I sent Malcolm some pictures.
Give me a moment.
What was he doing?
I don't know what he was. He's doing something with his
Not-
feet.
I dropped the
he
pen. I
dropped
dropped my
something.
pen.
Oh.
You dropped your pants?
Must have dropped a nickel or something.
No, that's an old setup too.
I could tell because you don't have a fucking upper rat support.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Still?
No, I do.
Oh.
It's all tube front end now. But let's see. No, actually, did I send you pictures, Malcolm?
Yeah, you did. I gotta figure out how to put it on the computer though. Give me a second.
Or just send it to probably send it to yourself, right?
I'll send it to my
Dude,
Instagram.
that photo that looks like it's from Instagram.
Which one?
And, like,
Oh, the one with
Yeah.
the square, the white square
over
around it?
to the right.
To the right.
Oh, actually, both of
Right,
those.
right. Up. Yep. That looks like a photo I took of my car.
That looks like it's
Yeah.
got XX Pro on it.
And it's
dude.
got the old Flipsco sticker.
Yep.
That's actually how I met Justin. I was doing valet one day in Belleville. Like I worked at this one place all the time, and I went to the Wendy's to get some food, and he was at I don't know what store he was at, but I was online on Wendy's, and he like pulled up next to me. Yo, you selling that thing? I was like, nah, man, I like just got it. And he was like, fuck. Well, take down my number, this and that, and we like started talking after a while.
Yeah.
He lives right.
And he lives right there.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Yeah.
Got the Hoonigan sticker.
Yeah.
Hey, he's
That's a
back in the
must.
saddle.
That's a
Did you
must.
see that?
That's a must. What?
Justin, he bought a little
bought a
Z.
drift car?
He bought 2 Z's.
Oh, really?
No, he bought 1 Z, and I think his dad bought a Z as
Nice.
well.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, man, couldn't keep the man out the saddle.
Yeah.
The
Where's that?
Instagram photos are
The
crazy.
Instagram photos and screenshots, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
this
this
is
is-
the current one.
This is current. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks fucking crazy, man. What are we doing here?
He's just getting them
Oh,
full
just-
screen
Saving them or opening new
so he
images.
can zoom.
Yeah.
Now that right there, that is a professional. Can we?
Yeah, he is.
We're okay.
He
All right.
is. For sure.
We were real quick at yelling at Malcolm. You know,
I'll still yell at him. but-
wonderful Malcolm. Thank you. Oh, now there's gussets.
Now there's the dimple die gussets, V8 turbo, all that shit. Fun stuff.
That looks.
That's like when I first placed it in. I actually had to do like the Chase Bays brake booster delete
Oh, yeah.
because it was resting right on the booster because it was the automatic booster that I had originally. So I swapped that all out. What did I have? The Canton pan on there. That's what the body looks like now. They have Jix 007 wheels. I think those.
Holy
I bought those
crap!
from Puno.
yeah.
You remember those? Those were in your driveway,
Dude,
for like,
they were in my driver for the longest
Yeah.
time. They're literally JIC
and then
magic.
I asked him like, "What are you doing with these?" And
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna sell them." I was like, "Yo, let me know," and I bought them.
There it be. Oh my god,
Yeah,
I forgot
I like
about
those
those.
wheels.
They're fat. They're nice.
Yeah,
I think they were on his GS.
Got the hydro in there.
yeah. I actually plumbed that into like the factory location.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That looks just like the Hydro that I have for the Sim, and that is concerning.
yeah.
It looks just like
It's
the
a
one.
little janky, but
It is gotta be the one. I'm gonna take a picture of the one that I have.
I upgraded the
Master.
slave.
No, I'm talking about just the handle
Oh,
itself.
yeah, the handle.
That's gotta be the same one.
The handle, but the handle I think has like the original like waffle. It has like some foam grip, but I put like a Vans like handlebar from a bike.
Yeah, dude,
I
that
put
is
right on
literally the one that I use for my
Oh,
Civic.
really?
That's
Yeah.
crazy. It looks good though.
Yeah,
And it was sturdy. I'd be yanking that shit.
yeah. It works. I mean, no problem.
So you don't drift this.
Nah.
Yeah, that's what I was
about.
about to. That's what
Nah,
I was
I
getting
don't.
at. Yeah.
Yeah, but you want to, obviously.
want
Did you
to.
see the
I mean,
angle?
you put a
kit?
hydro in it.
He
Yeah.
knows what he wants, bro.
Oh, he has a
He's
angle
but I-
kit in this?
This
But
is
I-
you're competing in the gambler.
Yeah.
You could, honestly.
I probably can, but like I don't know if I'll do well. I haven't actually like slid my car in like forever. I used to like just do like, industrial lots and shit like that, and like just fuck around. Never
If you took
anything
that
like
to the
really
gambler,
crazy.
they would destroy that thing.
Oh yeah,
They would tear it apart.
Probably.
And it would break, and I would be upset
yeah.
because
I mean,
this
but
thing has
that's-
been around for a long time.
That's probably like that's the part of it though. That's like rinse and repeat. You gotta like.
Or this is like a crazy Texas speed car, and you be doing
That's
fucking 200
that's
miles
why
an
I was
hour.
doing. That's why I was doing like the fender dump and like shit like that. Because
Yeah.
I was working at that shop full time, and they do a lot of drag cars. And I was like very like inspired by like some drag cars. I was like, yo, fender dump.
But
fucking
now
pull
you're
the
here,
wastegates
though.
out, shit like that. Yeah. But I did that prior. I did a full exhaust, prior to even coming here because I was like, drivability wise, I want to be able to like hear the car. I want to be able to like drive it around, not get pulled over every time that I drove it. Because it was every time that I drove it, I got pulled over.
It doesn't get more respect because they hear the chopping.
Yeah. One time I got pulled over and the cop was like, "Oh, what's that coming out of your fender? Blah, blah, this and that." And then the other cop was like, "Oh, that's just his turbo." Something like that. I was just like, all right, at least he knows. All right. That's pretty cool.
That's just the turbo, brother.
Yeah.
We got pulled over, me and Chris, once because they had. I was on my phone, and I guess since it's right-hand drive, they saw and they were like, "Oh, do you see what? Do you know why I pulled you over?" Me and Chris had an SR just kind of hanging out the back of the trunk of the Sylvia. He's like, "You know why I pulled you
What?
over?" Yeah, it
When
was
was
like
that?
standing straight up like this,
Oh my God.
and.
Was that for his car?
Yeah, it was for his car. The one that's already got
Okay,
now.
yeah.
We bought it from Ivan. We bought it from Fab Auto. From Amin.
Really?
Yeah, or not from Amin, but from his shop because they were moving it out.
Oh, yeah,
Ivan
yeah, we were talking about this,
Ivan
yeah.
needed to get this shit out of there.
Yeah.
And Chris picked up the SR. But
I
yeah,
bought shit from that guy too.
we got pulled over. We pulled you over because you were on your phone, and then Chris was like, but
But he's
I'm
not
the one
driving.
driving. And then the cop had to like
Figure it out as he was looking at it.
process
Yep.
that.
Process
and
it was like the opposite side.
And then like he's standing right here, he's hitting the looking right in. Yeah, well, oh. Hey Bob, look at like he turned around and got his partner and fucking he came down. He was like, "Oh my God." Cuz this has got
He's
to
on
be
the other side.
He's on the other side. I'm like,
can't
where
touch
are
you
we
now.
right now? I thought we were in Paramus, New
You're
Jersey.
out
the
of
best
our
when you-
jurisdiction.
You get pulled over and they go, where's the driver?
Yeah.
And the guy, yo.
No, after
Over here.
after he said all that, he was like, "All right, well, your registration
That was
is
always the
expired,
funniest.
so-
My friend used to have like he had a right hand drive like Legacy, and he always used to have like something in the front seat on the driver's side, which is not the driver's side because obviously it's on the right hand side, and like people would just like look over all the
Well,
time.
like a
and
blow up doll or
just-
something?
No, just like a teddy bear or something like stupid shit like that.
I would
like
I would put that skeleton like I put Tay right up there.
Tay-Tay?
Oh, it'd be so
Oh,
funny.
that'd be funny.
But no, they gave Chris a registration ticket. That was honestly probably the actual offense, and the suspicion that he was texting and driving was like, "Oh, that's why I pulled you over." But while I'm here,
Might as well give you this.
might as well give you a rego ticket.
So I pulled you over for actually nothing, but here's the ticket. Cool. Thanks.
Honestly, I got pulled over one time and like the cop just wanted to check out the car,
I've had that once.
and I was just like,
I'd be so mad.
I was like, dude, like at the same time, I'm like, all right, you're wasting my time.
Yeah.
Like I have things to do, but I'm trying to enjoy my day. And then like, not that I don't want to interact with people, but I'm like, just like, don't bother
Again,
me.
protect and serve. We
Yeah,
all
yeah.
know. Yeah.
I had the exhaust. That was the first thing I got pulled over for on the Audi. I had an Audi first.
I think I remember. Did I remember that?
I had like a MagnaFlow exhaust on it, and the cop was like, "What kind of muffler is that?" And I was like, "Am I really getting pulled over for this right now?"
Am I getting pulled over or am I not getting pulled over? Or is he just trying to pick his new fucking parts out?
I don't know why, but I might have just used my fake ID,
That's wild.
and that's probably why I was probably maybe tweaking crazy.
like
You remember Saddle River? You remember
handed
Saddle
the
River
wrong
Liquors
ID?
on 17?
Yeah.
Right before Sleepy King or whatever the fuck, Mattress King.
In
Right before
Paramus?
Bottle King, like on 17 in Ramsey.
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't think that
yeah, I
liquor
know what you're
store
talking about.
exists anymore.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it had like the most perfect gap, like a BMX gap.
Oh.
It was like perfect. It was like maybe 4 feet.
Well, Drop-In Skate Park was right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I used to go there
this
all the
was,
time, too.
This was more or less about the liquor store and how I would go there and they would.
But I would
never
see like
ID
people
me.
like over there, like with the BMX and skating
Yeah.
and shit like that too.
Oh my God, wait. Yeah, because that used to be drop-in right there.
Yeah, right there.
Before it was the gravity vault, which we were
Is that what it
also
is now?
talking about today.
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
it's because Malcolm is becoming a
Rock
Rock
climber.
rock climber.
Yeah, he's
better-
he's goating it up.
I
Right?
better not be seeing you on no free climb shit.
No harness.
Fuck no.
Look, mama, no hands.
We had some.
Fuck no,
he's gonna be a
baby.
boulderer. He's gonna be one of these.
He's gonna put a little chalk on his hands and just like,
Yep.
grip.
Malcolm, I'm on a V7 right now. just grabbing shit. They're all like that. And dude, you're built so well for that. You're probably gonna be awesome at that.
Spider
That's
monkey.
just hard as fuck.
You're probably the leader of that gym already.
No.
Is that how it works?
After a few weeks, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, give me a few weeks.
Did we get any questions, Frankie?
I have no idea. Did we put a thing up?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
we
did.
Check your phone, Playboy.
Damn, now I kind of
You got
want to.
tape on your leg.
We got a whole summer ahead of. How come we never got another chop? How come we never got another bike? And
They're not all choppers.
and how did you not want to drift that entire time?
That's a better question.
But first the
know.
chop.
Chop.
Yeah.
Why I didn't get another bike? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just didn't have room for it or time for it at the same time.
I'll make room for you if you want to get another chop.
I was thinking about it. Just
What
like,
would you
just to
get?
put something together.
Oh, see, so you'd want to build one.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you need the bike like
Yeah.
like the one I got from Wags. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it would be perfect for you. Not mine, but you could get another one. I'll tell you all the shit about it.
What's the worst type of metal to work with?
Probably like that aluminized steel that you can buy at like those auto parts stores or galvanized.
I was gonna say a 240SX.
Oh yeah, that too.
No.
No, it's not too bad.
You never
There's
work
worse.
with plutonium?
Plutonium.
Isn't that a metal? I'm trying to think of something off the periodic table that's metal.
Plutonium
that's
is
fucking, like,
fucking-
outlandish.
Bomb shit.
All I can think about, I don't know why, but magnesium is just off the top of my head.
You
Is
ever
that
work
even
with-
weldable?
You ever work with Chinesium?
Chinesium, definitely.
Isn't that magnesium?
No, that's eBay shit.
That's what my intercooler piping is. That's what
Yeah,
you weld.
Chinese.
Yeah,
Magnesium.
yeah. You gotta,
And you
gotta
managed
like
to do
honestly,
that.
you gotta grind off that first coat,
The layer?
on top of it, because like they coat it with something that's like weird as
Cum.
fuck. Probably.
Huh?
Like a China, yeah.
Yeah.
And is that coating to make it look a certain way?
Yeah, it's like it gives it like a shiny finish.
It's kind of like
So
the
you kind of
stainless
like
steel
just
tops we have in here.
gotta dull it off a little bit. And like
just-
when you weld it, it's like weird. It's like it bakes off like a weird color and shit like that.
It's like that same shit that they got at Harbor Freight on top of all the parts. Remember when Kachese was telling us about it?
Oh, that greasy shit?
Yeah, dude,
No,
it's
it's
got
not like
this
that.
smell of, like-
It's not a film or anything like that. It's like actually like it's a coating that they put on the metal.
Oh.
Because they
That
don't
podcast was so
expect
good.
you. They don't expect you to like.
This podcast has been
guess-
amazing. What the fuck?
Yeah, but that
I don't think
podcast
they
was so
they expect
funny.
you to like just weld directly to it. I think you have to like clean it up for sure. But some people do, and like you have shitty outcome. You're gonna have a bad time.
Shitty outcome.
Carl's mind is somewhere else.
We
I
started
don't
off, dude. There's no way that this isn't going to be a good podcast because we started off and I was yelling, and there's no way it didn't attract them to maybe be like, "Oh, is Carl actually crashing out?" And it's like, no, it's just fucking Thursday.
Yeah.
P2M alternator son or Mishimoto starter daughter?
What the fuck? Damn, people are getting really creative with
I
me.
just lit Mishimoto up on a video we filmed today because of those fucking engine starters. You know about that?
Yeah, I think you told me that.
What's
that,
up with that?
3 people recently.
They've
have
had a problem for like
issues
3
with them.
years and they just ignore it and they just keep selling the same one. So are we stupid for buying them? Yes, but there's really not any options. So
The only real experience I think with like P2M that I have is like the floor mats. and then was it
yeah,
the high pressure line.
I don't know anything about the P2M alternators. I've never used them, I don't think. I mean, we probably sold them before, but I don't know. But I can tell you those starters are fucking terrible, so I'll take the Sun.
What's terrible about them? They sound like shit.
They work
They
for
just
like
don't
6
crank,
months or
right?
less, and then they just stop working.
Why are they even making starters?
Chinesium.
They're trying to make everything.
I went
They're trying to be race car applicant.
You ever been to the Mishimoto factory?
No.
I have.
In PA
in
or something?
Delaware.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you ever been?
That would make sense.
I have been. It was brand new when I went there. I did some R&D for their S2000 intake. Oh,
Wait, what?
you weren't there? You weren't there?
Wait, what happened?
We actually did. My roommate and I went to
and
Mishimoto. Yeah.
Oh, really?
When he first got the S2000.
Really?
The Mishimoto, I think, just got that warehouse or whatever the fuck they did there.
They used to sponsor like everyone, right? If you just like send them an email, they would
They-
like send you like
I would too if my shit was that fucking bad.
Somebody made a post and was like, we're looking for an S2000. And at that time, as a college kid, I thought it was going to be cool. Like, we could go over
Yeah.
here. And it was still very cool. And I forget who we dealt with, but they were very nice and professional. And the staff was fantastic, all up in there. It was great. But we got, I think at the end, it was like, we could give you a free intake or we can give you a Mishimoto credit.
oh really?
And I think Pat took the credit, and he bought a catch can with it, which ironically I think is in my car now.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh my god.
You want
He took it
cash or Coke? What
He
do you
took
want?
it off. He took it off, and he was like, "Do you want this
Cash,
catch
please.
can? I need one." That's hilarious, actually. Fucking might have. Yeah.
Would you rather get one M&M in a bag of Skittles
Wait, we
or
didn't
one
answer. You
Skittle in
said
a
what?
bag of M&Ms?
Repeat it. I
One
just
Skittle, I
interrupted
think,
you.
in a bag of M&Ms.
Would you rather get one M&M in a bag of Skittles or one Skittle in a bag of M&Ms?
And then what was your answer, Frankie?
One Skittle in a bag of M&Ms.
Oh, that would taste so bad.
I would
you
prefer. I think I prefer the M&Ms.
I don't even eat Skittles, so I'm gonna
But
take
like
the
you
one
would
Skittle in a
randomly
bag
like
of
have
M&Ms.
that one Skittle and it would just like be kind of like
Do
different.
you think
know,
the
it'd be, like,
chocolate
sour.
would mask the Skittle?
Yeah.
I think the Skittle would have a better job of masking like a chocolate.
Someone said, "Why is he so cute?" Who is that?
Oh, that's Chris. Chris Hing.
Cool.
He's got a.
Like I
He's
was
got a
gonna know
FC.
anyway.
Good save
FC?
there. Good save there. Good save there.
He brought it. I think he brought
brought
it
it
to the
here?
shop. Yeah.
Oh, I
he's
think we
got
were
the
talking
red
about him
one.
once.
He's from with Scooby.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There's actually just millions of women right here in the DMs just saying, "Oh my God, who is this guy?
Yeah. Why is he so cute?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, right.
Wow, there's a lot of ridiculous ones today, and I'm actually happy for it, but I'm trying to find some good ones. Craziest, hardest fabrication projects you have tackled? That's a good question. If you can remember the specific ones.
There's a lot of jobs that I had at like this shop that we would make a bunch of I guess machine parts, and it would just be like a bunch of hoppers, like stainless steel stuff, and everything would have to be like polished, like very well done, like kind of like sanitary work.
Is this the railings?
I would have to
spot?
do like railings. I would have to do like chutes. I would have to do like some sanitary work. Like all that stuff is like very tedious. Like you have to weld it. You have to weld it nice. But then also you have to like go through it, clean it all up, have a mirrored finish, all that stuff. And like have it be, no imperfections, none of that stuff. So I would think like jobs like that. Cause like car stuff, you can kind of like wing it at some points.
And it's all like custom too, a lot of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is probably more
And like
fun.
when you have something like with a blueprint, you have to be like so tedious and like it has to be specific. It has to be to a certain tolerance.
Do you
all
have
that stuff.
photos of that shit?
Yeah, I think Malcolm should have in welding work, and then go down, up a little bit, up, that one.
Doesn't want to say it.
Yeah. There's like all these like stainless steel parts and like hoppers and like all this stuff. Like click.
What the fuck is this shit?
This should look like the best
Like-
toilet I've ever
So they're
seen.
selling all this stuff.
They're
so
selling all these parts. Yeah.
so
Like,
you're doing production work basically.
that's all like I guess manufacturing, production type of stuff. This all has to be like welded and then cleaned.
You don't got to polish everything. do you?
Yeah, you have to polish everything.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, everything has to have a certain finish.
Oh, brother.
If you go back, I think if you go back on that same picture, there's probably like you have to. I think I welded those tubes together, and then you have to polish that stuff all out.
That blue and color looking weld area goes away and polishes.
Yeah, you have to grind everything down and like kind of like grind it like a uniform.
Grind it.
Makes sense that you don't work here
pinwheel.
anymore.
Go to that pinwheel. That's actually
Oh
pretty,
fuck! It's a TE37.
that's actually pretty crazy. You have to weld all the inside. Everything has to stay within certain tolerance. Everything has to stay flat,
Which
because
is
it goes
hard,
inside the
getting
machine.
hot.
Yes, and if you heat it up too much, then it will warp.
And all of those spokes need to be a certain length apart.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
So you have to measure everything, make sure everything's in the same spot.
So you could build a TE37.
Probably,
This is a XD9, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, it's a
XD8.
XD8.
This was all work for like machinery.
work wheels.
That was like the jig that we had for that.
Oh, okay. So that helps you line it all
Yeah,
up.
it kind of helps you line it up. We had a water jet at that job, and we just like cut everything out and just for jigs, set everything up. There's a whole bunch of stainless parts.
How long did you work here?
For like 2 years, 3 years, something like that.
Damn.
It's a whole bunch of,
Trypophobia.
yeah.
I got a lot of people pissed off at me that
I saw
day.
you post that thing the other day.
Dude, it was a Range Rover grill. I was like, this thing
Oh,
is so
this
weird.
one was one of those hoppers. Was very.
Trypophobia.
You have to weld everything all uniform.
Look at the dimes. See the dimes?
Stacking dimes, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you know what you're doing, apparently.
Apparently, yeah.
You fucking
It may not
kidding
look like
me?
it. I mean, but
I mean, this is some serious fucking shit, man.
yep.
And this is when you were doing this shit every single day.
Every single day, yeah. Day in, day out. That was like full time job. And then I think go to full time fab. There's a bunch of stuff here too, like all like race car shit. That's like some weird frame I built for something.
So,
It's all like roll cage work. And
oh
like
damn, that's a shoot
things of
thing,
that sort.
right?
Yeah, for shoots.
Yeah. Damn. So Joe
what
from
else?
Action Fab, you guys
Two
are
front
ops.
Yeah, you guys could relate on
You
this
guys are
shit.
ops. You guys are gonna fight, or
No. Dude, I think there's so much work to go around.
I mean, dude, Faction
That, like,
Fab.
Yay.
Faction fab, yeah.
Yo, one.
I mean, you were
letter?
looking at his cage. You said it was nice.
Yeah, no, he does nice work. This I was working alongside person from Full Time Fab, Kevin Mayacha. He's a good welder over there, so he knows what he's doing, and I learned so much shit from him.
This is a crazy cage.
I
It's
know.
a 25.5 roll cage.
So it's
Yeah, it's all for drag racing certs.
it has to have like these floor bars and all
Yeah,
that.
you have
Dude,
to have
the
all
trans
those.
tunnel has
That
a brace.
intrusion bars, like all that stuff.
Is that for
X-bars.
the trans tunnel, those bars there?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah,
drive shaft doesn't come in?
that you have to have drive shaft loops. You have to have like a whole bunch of stuff. It's not just like your simple halo.
Yeah.
All of that is weight. That's what I'm looking at. Damn.
You got to use a chromoly, brother.
Oh,
yeah,
you
that's
play
all
tic-tac-toe
That's
right
all
there.
chromoly tubing too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at that shit. Jesus Christ. You need all those bars behind the head?
Yeah.
For what? If the diff blows up?
No, you have your head restraints, and then you have your Hans device and all that stuff hooked
Yeah,
up.
but goddamn, bro.
Yep.
Look at all that shit going on back there.
Shut the fuck up. We don't know the shit rat's ass about this
True,
stuff.
you're right. You're right.
Like what? I said tic-tac-toe with this thing. I don't even know.
How fast does that car go?
I don't even know. If
It was actually
car
a
I don't know if that
J30.
car was done.
That was a J30 actually.
My bad.
No,
that was my
a-
first. That,
that
was
was
my
a-
first car.
That was an EG Civic.
Yeah, that shit probably.
Oh wait, it actually is. I think right. I see it right there.
Yeah, it probably runs 10s faster than that.
It's a fucking EG. Oh my word! With the NRG wheel, what are we doing?
bro.
With the NRG
The
seats,
NRG wheel is crazy.
the NRG
Yeah, that was-
seats. What the fuck are we doing? Can somebody drop a card for Faction Motorsports?
It's all the same shit, man. It doesn't matter if it's look at the fucking go back, Malcolm, right now. Look at the fucking window, fucking
Vice grip.
the vice grip.
I know lots of good race cars that got that in there.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Josh DeLeese's car is one.
This car probably runs fucking 8s, and it's got a fucking vice grip to put the window
Josh's
up.
car runs some 8s.
Yeah, this car will run 8s until the wheel comes off the fucking column.
I'm sure it's fine.
Was that car fast, Frankie?
I don't remember if that one was.
I never even ran.
Probably.
The
It
fucking
looked
Probably
fast.
was.
Did you see the engine bay? It was a K series with a fatty on it.
I don't know. I what I was saying was that it's all the same shit, man. People do all this shit to their cars. And
I think
then
that one's like a firewall. Like you had to like cut the firewall out and push it back a little bit more for the engine swap to actually fit.
They made a doggy door in that bitch.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Damn, man, you've been around.
Yeah, you've been doing some crazy shit.
Yeah, that shop had a lot of fun work.
Damn, dude.
Okay, so we looked at some of these crazy projects. Best way to heal spatter burns on my skin and protect areas on cars while welding. Good question.
They make like the anti-spatter spray that you can put on.
Like beforehand?
Yeah, beforehand.
It's like a liquid condom.
No,
your arm?
not exactly. No, it's like an aerosol can.
So
you just
aerosol condom.
spray. Yeah, aerosol condom.
Yeah.
Just spray
You
it right on.
spray
Just-
it on there.
Yeah, protects against
So
everything.
like a trick that I have is if I know I'm about to get bit. No, I'm just kidding. If I know I'm about to paint or do a lot of body work, this is a real tip right here.
You
I stroke my
and then you just come all over.
That's so stupid.
This we
I
This is
the
just
tip,
how it's going.
The tip is
the tip, just the tip.
just the tip is I put lotion on my shit, literally.
To quote Jet Davis.
No, I actually do. Like if you're going to sand or whatever,
Yeah.
there's literally it makes a layer on your skin and then will like come off easy.
I've heard like people use like Vaseline or whatever.
I don't want
for like
crazy.
I don't want
so the fiberglass doesn't stick to that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't go into your pores.
Yeah.
It blocks off so it doesn't go into your pores.
It gives you another layer. Yeah.
And you're slick with it.
You're a stroke
nobody
shit
can
with
catch you.
Vaseline.
Nobody can catch you.
I
'cause
feel
you're
like
so
it would
slippery.
provide so much resistance. I've never jorked it with Vaseline, bro.
That's
Lotion, yeah.
slip and slide.
But like Vaseline,
Vaseline is another level.
I'm literally stroking my shit with like 2050. Like, fuck that. Actually, 2050 would probably be better.
Oh man. Anyway,
Heavyweight.
okay, so we got some good advice
Dude,
there.
Vaseline would be so fucked. It would literally be like crazy. Fuck.
If you had to pick one metal to fab on or with forever, what would it be and why?
I've always liked aluminum. Just very.
You're an aluminum guy.
Yeah, I think I started with aluminum. Like, just I got like a little plate, like probably a 1/4-inch plate, and I just started dabbing, and like building up this aluminum plate, and like it was fucking big. Like to a certain point, after a while, I just kept on adding dabs. That's the best way to practice.
Oh,
if
really?
anybody actually wants to know,
That's a question too.
that's the best way to practice. I think just consistency and like going on the corners, going on anything, like, you know, just sticking shit together. Yep.
This is the craziest question I've ever seen. Who would win in a fight? One rat or half of Europe?
It depends on where the rat's from. I think
You ever seen
if it's like a New York
Ratatouille?
City rat, like those things got like Tim's on and shit like that.
If the rat's
Yankee
from New
fitted
York
hat,
City, he's gonna destroy Europe
Dead
in one
ass,
single
he's gonna
blow.
stomp you.
Yeah.
No, Ratatouille ran Europe. Did you see that movie? He had that whole
Got
continent.
everyone.
This guy obviously fucking hates Europe. So that question is insane.
Who is it, Diego?
PJ Silady.
That was pretty random. That's
Wait.
funny though.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah, best fabrication projects for beginners. Like that's, I guess, I don't. Well, that's a project is different.
What do they want? Like Lincoln Logs?
I don't know.
Kind of. I know there are things out there that you can buy that are like little like things.
Yeah, you can like they sell like test kits or like, you know, like
Like a birdhouse kit?
not so much like stuff that you can just like fab up like a cube or like a thing of dice or something like that. Or
Oh,
like,
that sounds fun.
yeah. You just make your own like pyramid or whatever, like whatever random shapes and stuff like that.
You think that's worth it?
Um,
Or just
maybe.
find one of your friends' cars and fuck it up?
I wouldn't suggest working on anyone's car until like you actually know what you're doing.
Don't.
That's a good
don't,
idea.
Don't, because that's what I was gonna. This was
Because
hours
like
ago. I was gonna tell you
that's
about this.
that's like I started working on my own car,
Yeah.
and I kind of like dabbled on my own car, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna like figure this shit out and like do all this stuff on my own car. If it breaks, if I fucking die, it is what it is, you know. Like I don't want to be liable for something that like can possibly like a moving part that can hurt someone, kill someone, or any of that.
Absolutely.
You know.
When this started, we kind of had a partnership with someone, and then that's the reason it ended. Because he
yeah.
was doing that.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're not doing this together anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
I know what you were talking about.
Yeah.
too.
That was a shit show.
Tyler, my previous roommate, his exhaust hanger broke on his MR2.
Yeah, he told me
It
about
was
that.
the most simple repair.
Really?
Like the tab broke. There was
Yeah,
a piece,
he hit me up about that because
there was a piece
I
of the
think
tab still there.
not that long ago I fixed his flex pipe.
Yeah. But see, the problem was that I was like, dude, I have a welder in the garage, bro. Just give me an hour. How to weld.
Just Google that. I mean, honestly, like YouTube Academy is like the best.
I
thing
went
you could do.
outside, and the problem that I was having was, aside from the fact that it was a welder that has like no adjustments of any sort except for wire speed, it was like a flux one. But
Yeah.
I thought that it was going to be enough.
Dude, I started with a flux core welder, like one of those Lincoln Home Depot bullshits.
I blew holes
like
through that entire bracket.
I never bought one of those Harbor Freight ones.
That's what I
because
have.
those things are complete trash.
I don't
like
know.
if you want to start with that, you're honestly like kicking yourself in the ass.
Oh yeah, I kicked it hard because I was
Yeah.
just blowing holes through his
Definitely.
exhaust hanger, and then finally I got it, and it fell.
I
like, a
bought
couple
one.
months
I
later.
bought one to start off with, like reputable brand. That way, I know it's something you can work with.
Is
And
flux doable?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Like to begin with, like you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's I like shielded gas better. That way, like it comes out nicer. You don't have to grind anything. That's the biggest thing with the flux. You have to chip it away. It's like the same thing like stick welding.
I think I'd have a better idea and luck with
I haven't
stick
stick welded
welding.
in a while, but like when I used to do that, like
Isn't that what Tom does? Is that what Tom does?
probably.
Yeah, I mean,
It's,
I know he does that.
He does construction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, most likely he's doing stick welding. That's the easiest way because like
He's doing dick welding.
if you're
That's what he's
outside, there's no like with the wind and everything like that, it's gonna blow your shielding gas away. So with stick welding, it has the flux built into it, so your shielding is already there. So once it actually like coats onto like the metal, then it bakes onto it, and you have to chip it away.
Tom's a good guy. I mean, I already feel bad that I already said that.
Don't feel bad.
I do.
I think I've only had like handful of interactions with him. He
With
seems like a
Tom?
nice guy.
You've said way worse shit about me.
Yeah, well, I'm closer to you. It's different.
You stroking your shit?
Right now?
Yeah.
Want me to?
Right now, he took half the ride.
Just start fucking.
Yo, what is this? That was nuts. That was nuts. Can you tell me what this means? And can you read it for the class?
Are they specs? Are we about to get some crazy like specs on? Like, what's your wire speed?
Cast aluminum porosity, make it make sense.
What the hell is that?
So
does that mean?
cast aluminum is very porous. It's the same thing with cast steel. It's very porous. So no matter what, there's going to be imperfections. So with the aluminum, you have to change your balance for your cleaning action. So you change that, like put your cleaning action a little bit more. So that way, if it's a dirty metal, you kind of have more cleaning or more penetration. That way, like I guess you can attack it more and get all those impurities out. So that's like, I guess that's what he's trying to ask about.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know
you just
what the
said.
hell you're talking
But
about.
I
Okay.
appreciate how smart you
When are you
'cause you're
cleaning
working
a
here.
welder? Yeah, when is
Well,
what is the cleaning?
the machine does it. So like when you have when you're welding on AC, it's like alternating current, so it's going back and forth. So if you notice, any aluminum usually has like a dull, it's
Finish.
called an oxide layer.
Yeah.
So what you have to do is you have to go between the frequency on like you have to go in between like the oxide layer, you have to break through that first and then be able to penetrate and like weld it. So you have to clean that oxide layer off and then you be able to weld.
So the heat from the cleaning process then allows the pew like in there?
Pretty much it allows you to, because like the thing is that like the oxide builds up so quick. So it like causes like a coated layer like super fast. So you have to like go between your frequency, like your balance side of it to be able to clean it. I don't know if that, I don't know if I'm like repeating myself.
What are you doing when you're cleaning it? And what does it physically look like you're doing?
So there's like a wave, I guess like the electricity you would say from like the tungsten is going back and forth between the workpiece and the tungsten. So when it does that, it breaks up the top layer. So once you break up the top layer, then you can actually like weld to it.
Oh, I see.
You get what I mean?
I think I've seen that happen before.
Yeah.
And then you dab it or whatever.
And then you dab in and then like it's happening so fast that you can't even tell.
Yeah.
Like that's how you can change your balance by like how much cleaning you have. And that's what's going to help you.
The welder you have out there now is like, you got to go to college to use that.
Nah, it's honestly like not that crazy.
There's so many fucking buttons on that bitch.
I mean, if you know what you're doing, it's like not a problem.
Why does aluminum welding always look like shit?
I don't know. I think it's just like some people just kind of rush it.
Like it always looks like really thick,
like
you know?
fat,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's why I like aluminum because I actually I feel like I have like a niche for it.
Yeah.
You know, I can do it pretty well.
I was about to say mine don't look like shit. I don't know whose you're talking about.
Shut the fuck.
But
Yeah. Yeah, dude, my allergies are going nuts right now.
yeah, 'cause
Oh,
it's so
sorry.
nice
I put a pollen tree in the corner.
Dude, yeah, you're
I'm sorry.
blowing all this bee pollen at me.
because the bees would be hanging outside.
Biggest challenges getting into AutoFab coming from your day job. I mean, you kind of have a day job still, but
Yeah. But prior to that, I wasn't. Like, I didn't have a day job. I was kind of like transitioning over, I guess. But I was always like, I was either working food deliveries or something like that. And then after that, I started working at shops. So I don't know. It was like, I kind of dropped that to start working at other shops to do that kind of like full time.
yeah, it's kind of crazy that you just learned how to weld in a shop, and then the guy was like, "Yeah, I'll hire you," and then you kind of like he was paying you
To learn
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like one of the shops that I was working at, we were working on a lot of commercial vehicles and like making ladder racks and stuff like that. And just like some of the people that were working there for I don't know how long, they didn't seem like they really knew how to do shit. And I was just like, it's not that crazy. And I picked it up pretty quick.
Did you find yourself studying and like looking things up?
I found myself looking things up to like kind of like speed up the whole
That's
process.
probably the difference between you and other people.
Yeah.
Like, those guys are probably.
I think I have like it kind of turned into like a obsession.
Yeah.
In some way, you know, like when I'm into something, I'm either full force, like full into it, or I'm just like, you know, I could do that, I guess.
Yeah.
Like certain things, like if I'm very interested, then I'll just like go full into it.
Why did Lewis comment 007?
Oh, because we were playing N64 one time, and I was like smoking the shit out of him. Oh, ew, that sounded weird.
No, you're good.
What's called? So we were playing, and I was like shooting them both up, and I forgot what character I chose, but like they were playing, and he was like, "Holy shit, you're like an assassin!"
That game is hard when you go back to play it now.
Yeah, golden.
Yeah. The way you move around is so fucking weird.
Dude, Tyler and them play that shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a piss.
No, I have that stuff. I have that at home.
But when we played it back then, it was so easy because that was all you
Yeah.
knew.
Nah, we N64 sometimes. I have that at home. Lewis has it, or Scooby
really?
has it at his house.
I
So
got
someti-
mine. I should bring mine down here.
He lives like a block away from me, so I like sometimes I just like go over there and just shoot the shit.
Yeah. There's definitely another question in here. Hold on. Oh, we got to wait for Carl for this one because it's some ridiculous ass bullshit. Carl's been on one tonight, right, Malcolm? What's been good with him and like cocks and shit?
I don't know.
You said you've been
Mad
talking
horny.
about. Yeah, he's mad horny tonight.
Stroking his shit.
Looking at shit. He's
I'm
fucking
scared to go to dinner with him. I don't want to.
stuck on. He's has one of those rhinos stuck somewhere.
Yeah, ever since we brought up the rhino, he's just been
been horned up.
He's literally been horned up.
Not funny.
I don't blame him.
What?
What?
I'm curious about whatever other projects are coming up too.
Here?
Yeah.
Don't worry.
mean,
You got work coming.
I know I got work.
Clock in.
I got right after the pod, I'm gonna clock right back in.
Wait, actually, I do have some questions for you. Anthony's car, we got to fab everything on it.
Which one?
The green one that's been here for
Oh, Rizzo?
ever. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The downpipe, the intercooler piping.
I'm down.
Yeah. So,
Got to do that. Got to finish Josh's car.
yeah.
There's
I told him
a bunch of progress with that car.
this week didn't work out for him.
Okay.
Yeah. He had to
Yeah.
do shit at home. So,
Yeah, there's been a bunch of progress, I think, with that car.
I told him the paint that he put on the metal and everything.
Oh yeah, that
made it a
that
nightmare.
was crazy. He put some like rust encapsulator type of shit.
Yeah.
And like I pretty much where he put it, I had to like, grind it back off just to be able to like weld
Yeah.
through it because it was just like splattering all over the place and like just leaving porosity like crazy.
We just saved one question for you.
What?
What is more likely to win in a fight to the death?
One Jersey.
One fat raccoon versus 5 ferrets.
The ferrets. Just based off of activity.
I'm
and
agreeing with
movement
that.
alone.
Ferret.
Ferrets.
Based
First,
off of movement and
One
activity
fat
alone.
raccoon. If it's a fat raccoon, it can't move that fast.
If it's
Yeah.
the
The
ferrets
ferrets
that
are,
I'm
like,
thinking
fast.
of that are at the mall, or they used to be at the mall back when society was a little more inhumane, those ferrets, those are the ones that would kill a raccoon easily, bro.
Those things are violent.
Easily. You ever see what they would do to that inanimate ball or whatever the fuck that thing rolling around in their cage was? They're crazy.
And they move like a snake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They have the
they're pretty
ability
cool.
to spin around and
Yeah.
do all that stuff.
Those things are fucking demons.
They smell though too.
They smell so
Yeah.
fucking bad.
Really?
That is
Yeah.
the baseline for a pet. I feel like my mom
I
was
think
like,
they're
"Do
just
you
like always like burrowed in their own like in the hay or straw or whatever
Yeah,
that's
just
in their
shit.
cage, and they shit like
they
right
just
into
shit
it.
like crazy."
So
And
it's
That's fucking
my
disgusting.
mom would always use that
smells
as a
like that
comparison
or like
for,
that or like
pets.
piss or something like that. And just
She'd be like, "Oh my god, do you want a ferret?" I'm like, "No, I want a dog, mom. Chill."
dogs are cool.
No, Mom, I'm trying to get curls. I don't
love
want to
them.
smell like piss and hay.
Yeah, I don't want my room to smell like fucking ferret poop.
All right. Well, that covers the questions. I think we covered some ground on this episode.
What else we got?
Where are we
we
going
got?
to eat? No chilies, please.
No, it's fine. I got work to do too. So
I'm going home. I had a fucking taco. I had a little solo taco date before I got here, man.
I could eat. I could eat something.
Dude, I would get
Frankie
juicy.
just changes it all
I
up.
would get juicy platters.
Fuck it, we'll go.
You guys are on the
platters?
hogs, dude. I've been craving it for weeks, bro.
Yeah.
But you've
I
been
haven't
on
had
this
juicy platters in
chili
a while.
shit.
Chili's good.
Chili's is good.
You just been
Dude, those
dude,
burgers are so good.
They are good.
3
Oh my
weeks
God.
in a row, dude, and like maybe a week in between.
That's crazy cholesterol.
A week in between the
me
week's
a break.
previous visits,
Heart
like
attack.
it was like I've collectively had Chili's at least 10 times this year.
And what's up?
No more.
All right, so that ends this episode. We are going to Chili's. We'll catch you all on the next
Juicy
one.
platters. Thank
Juicy
you, Frankie,
platters,
for
I think.
coming,
Thank you
and
very
thank you
much
for
for
doing all the
having
work
me.
that you do for other Frankie and Faction,
Yeah, you'll be back.
and all of us here in
I'll
the
be
tri-state
back
area.
sometime this weekend. or
And if you like this episode, check out our Patreon. Frankie's been on that before, and he'll be on that even more.
Yeah.
So,
88 Worx on Instagram. We're going next week is final bout. Damn. I wait until the very end to bring this up because I don't even know who's going to be listening to the very end, but I am going to be judging that bitch.
That's pretty crazy.
Whoa! I lied on my resume again. Look at that.
Taking a
No,
vacation
I'm going to
already?
be judging final bout. It's a honor and a privilege for Simba to reach out. I think Frankie put my name in the hat. Thank you, Frankie. And aside from that, now I'm going to bring my car there, and I think we're going to drift. I don't know. I haven't checked the alignment on that thing.
you're going to drift.
It's going to work, I think.
We'll do the
I think it'll
alignment.
be fine.
I turned it on
You
yesterday.
pretty much got the whole rear end hammered out, right?
Actually, I wanted to- I
mean,
wanna
the
put
trunk
that on the
closes
rack.
and all that stuff.
I drove it on. I don't know if I have time to bring it on the rack.
Come on. Yeah, you do.
I literally work and then come here, or I work and I go home and I work some more.
Just
I'm not
bring it.
doing nothing.
There's late nights here too.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, there are.
I have to go pick up my trailer. I got to go bring it here.
That's a street car.
Not the way it is right now.
Yeah, if it's not driving straight, then that thing's like
Dude,
hopping all over the place. That shit like don't look like a cartoon.
Yo, the engine's fine though.
That's good.
Fucking perfect.
What matters, right?
Yo,
That's half the battle.
dude,
That
that
vacuum.
really is. If it turns on, I'm good. And I have tires. That was an easy no-brainer. So yeah, if you guys are down at Special Stage East next weekend, make sure to say hi, I guess.
That
I
came
don't
up
know.
kinda
I don't know.
quick.
I don't know.
Yeah.
if-
I didn't think
yeah,
that
you
was-
mentioned
Everything's
that
coming
earlier.
quick.
It's coming up quick.
Everything coming quick.
Always come quick as fuck. I don't know. It's just the seasons here. I'm not ready. I already feel like I'm done with my season. I crashed at one.
Someone knew we were doing the
That
podcast.
was crazy. That had to be at a rate.
Dude, the headphones.
That's the
picked
owner
that
of the
up pretty-
pizza parlor down the street. That guy's a dickhead.
That guy had to take a shit.
Yeah, you know Malcolm. You know what BMW that always.
That's the pizza parlor.
Yes, I was
No
literally
way.
outside once. Jason's there. He's like, "Oh, that's my buddy." I'm like, "That's your buddy?" I'm like, "That guy's a douchebag." And he's like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "That guy goes 90 miles an hour down this fucking road every day."
Rockefellers?
Christ.
No,
No, Rosa.
No, Rosa, you just lost my business, bro.
I agree.
Oh, Carl, I got a shirt for you.
oh my
A
gosh.
shirt for you.
Damn, thanks, man.
Dude, I didn't even know
cool.
88 Works made
I didn't know you had
shirts.
shirts.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's cool.
88 Works. Come correct.
Follow him Instagram if you need your welding done and everything, and you don't want to pay the high FactionMotorsports pricing.
Come correct.
Try to get Frankie to come to
Do
you.
not just come.
Yeah. I was
But
doing
we
mobile, mobile
spoiled
work for a while.
We
but like,
spoiled you now. So.
Yeah, being in a shop is so much easier.
Yeah.
Like mobile work kind of sucks sometimes because like you run into a crazy jam and like you're just like, oh, I have to get this done somehow still.
Yeah. I mean, you make it work.
Yeah.
This is fun.
This was a good one.
We should do this more often.
We do it.
Maybe we'll do it every week.
We do it every week.
Oh.
What
Isn't that
else
what you
did
guys
I
do?
want to say? Nothing else.
Well, you're
Yeah,
going to be a
just
judge.
Final
That's
Bout.
cool. Guys, make sure you go to the event.
Yeah, make sure to go to Final Bout.
And if you see Carl, make sure you fucking yell at him or something. Tell him you. Never mind.
Yeah, none of these guys are coming.
Yeah, we ain't going. I mean, there's still time.
Dude, you
There
guys
is
could
still
just
time.
like ride down, make it fun for yourself.
Malcolm just looked like he didn't even understand what that meant.
Little 4-hour guy. You can't do
I
that?
would do
That'd
that.
be a crazy weekend.
Bro,
If you get Malcolm to agree to that, I'll go.
I need new fork seals.
Dude, bike
you need
rides.
A new, you need
How
a new
fa-
pussy is what you
Dude,
need, boy.
bike
far is
rides
that
with
trip?
no fork seals, 4 hours,
That's not bad.
maybe 3.5.
Dude, that's like not bad. At
Malcolm,
all.
you got everything you need, brother.
Dude, 3 hours and 45 minutes, bro. An XS 650 would make that right.
We'll stop at DC,
That's
too.
like getting stuck
Make
in
it a
New York
weekend
City
trip.
traffic.
I like
that
DC.
Weekend trip, baby.
DC's cool. I like DC.
DC is crazy. DC is crazy. Last time I went to DC, there were just people staring at me, sitting on top of milk crates, and just like I was pumping my own gas. I was like, "Yo, am I safe?" It was just,
You don't fuck with the DC area?
Why were you there?
dude, that was a while ago. I was playing a show in an old band that I was in.
Bro, we didn't bring
We
this
didn't
shit up
talk
at all.
about that at all. Yeah.
You play music? What
yeah,
the
yeah,
fuck?
yeah.
The DC.
Well, I haven't
that's
played
near-
music in a while, but
What do you play? Bass?
yeah.
Bass and what is your name?
Frankenbass.
Frankenbass.
Come on,
Frankenbass.
man.
Frankenbass.
That's where the name comes from. People always be
Yeah.
like bass. I'm like,
That's what
I
I
don't like
thought.
fishing.
That's what I thought.
I'm not into fishing.
Frankenbass.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite bass player?
Erica Badu?
It's gonna be some punk shit.
I don't even know, to be honest.
Really? I thought you would like have some.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because bass players never really get notarized.
They don't.
They're like, it's like who plays bass? What even is the bass? Can I even hear that?
When I was learning or trying to
I
learn
don't
the
know.
guitar.
All like the punk music bassists that I like, they're just like, I don't know if they're that well known. Right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I'm
probably not.
I don't know if I can spit one out right
trying
now.
to learn the guitar.
Hunter Bergen from
I
AFI. That's all I
saw
know.
somebody rip a bass and I was like, damn, that's actually cool as hell. Cooler than I thought. Yeah, that shit is like, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what the
like
fuck
slap
is
bass.
that?
That's some
Slap bass is
fucking
cool.
that's some Red Hot Chili Pepper shit, and that's the reason I
Flea?
hate that fucking band.
Why?
Flea's
That
good,
shit's
though.
cool.
He's probably good at his job, but
Yeah.
fuck that shit. Oh my god.
Like, you know what song got a crazy bass line now?
hello, hello.
No. That little
last
riff.
night.
That riff was from like Fly Like an Eagle, I feel like.
No,
That
that's
one
a
that
good
I just
song.
did.
Do it again.
Dude, honestly, like some bass lines that are very deceiving that go past you are disco.
Really?
Dude, some disco music
I can't
has
even
like
hear a
crazy
fucking
bass
bass
lines.
guitar in that, but it's like
I'm like, I was surprised too. I started listening to
So
something.
you're into disco now?
No,
Funky
some funk shit.
I'll take you to
That's
Cougar
cool.
Town or Cougars and Cubs down in fucking Atlantic City, man. Don't you
Cougars
play
and Cubs.
around
I don't even want to.
at fucking Boogie Nights? Shit.
Make sure to leave a review if you fucking hate the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And thank you for listening. And we will catch you on the next one. Let's go
Thank you
eat.
for having
See
me.
ya.
Sorry, I fucking hate that man. But yeah, he's obviously good at it.
Dude, you had cold, like,
All right, another great episode.
Yes, thank you for Frankie. Thank you to Frankie for coming through, and thank you to Frankie for picking up all of our fabrication work here.
Yeah, and he came well prepared. He had
Had a hard drive. Oh, did he leave it here? I think he left his hard drive here.
Oh, well, that's.
Oh no, he took it.
I was gonna say we should have saved some of that.
But yeah, he had a whole hard. He documents all of his cars he ever owns, all his work, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, he does document all of his fabrication work too. So, 88 Worx, 88 WORX on Instagram.
Yes, that is his fabrication page.
So if you guys need anything done, like I said in the beginning, if you're local to us, he does do some mobile stuff. I said earlier, he's kind of spoiled now. I'm sure he's not going to really want to do that anymore, but he will do some stuff. So hit him up if you got something you need done quick, and he'll see if he can get to you. Guys, we got a raffle going on this month. Worx.
Yes, we're kind enough to give us $1,000 gift card for this month. So every $5 spent on the website gets you one entry.
And
to
if
win
you
that $1,000.
if you buy Faction merch or any Faction Motorsports branded parts, you get double entries. So it's only going on for what, another 5 days?
Yeah. Only a few more days left.
That's crazy. Well, you got the weekend. It's almost 7 days, right? 3, 4, 5. Oh God, it's really 5 days. Yikes.
And if you're wondering what you should buy on the website, Chase Bays just released their oil cooler kits for S chassis and 1JZ S chassis swaps and other cars. So if you need something to buy, there it is.
Yeah, it looks like
thank
a
you to our
pretty.
sponsor, Chase Bays, for sponsoring this podcast, and we also, push their products on our website.
Looks like a pretty complete kit too. So there's finally like a nice. I mean, the only oil cooler kits you can get for SRs were pretty much Gretty kits. They're never in stock. They're all special order, and they're hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So I think this is a good alternative.
Yeah, this is a really nice kit. Everything is, all black like all their other products. The fittings they use on that kit are very high quality. They're used by NASCAR.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
that's
high
cool.
quality fittings on there.
Cool. So yeah, check those parts out. They're up on the website. And also, we just got an order of Thrash Racing seats in. It has arrived as of today. So if you're hearing this, start shooting us emails if you're trying to pick up local, and we'll let you know how much they are picked up. There's a lot of them. There's like 25 seats. So
Yeah. And if you already placed your order with me a little while ago, I'll be contacting you very soon for pickup and shipping, details. So, yeah, let us know.
oh yeah, we're supposed to tell them about the merch, but we didn't order any yet.
We don't got no.
Guys, order those seats so we can get some merch for you.
Yeah.
Also, if you don't have the funds to order any parts right now, don't worry. Our website has a firm, so you can buy what you need now and pay later.
Yes, like
One of
those
our-
Thrash Racing seats.
One of our good customers, Rob, just did that too. So
Yeah, he bought a whole set of wheels with a firm.
Yeah,
That is
so-
the perks of a firm.
yeah. Shop is pretty busy right now. If you guys need alignments or anything like that, make sure to hit us up ASAP to schedule. We're usually scheduling like a week out now. And make sure you confirm your appointment with me, because if you don't, you're going to be really bummed when you just show up and I go, you never confirmed, and then I got to send you home. So this is our busy season.
Communication is key during the busy season.
Yeah.
So just so things go smoothly, just hit us up and confirm when you want to lock in.
Eddie's been doing a lot of YouTube stuff lately.
Oh yeah, yes. He's been grinding on the grind.
What was the last video?
Edward Eddington.
Eddington, as Carl says.
Oh, he uploaded a clip of a podcast.
Oh, I've been getting roasted for that alignment clip. That's fun.
Oh yeah, you were upset that the customer brought a bit of a project car to get aligned, and people are
I love that.
roasting you in the comments.
I love when that happens. If you want to check out me getting roasted in the comments, view our latest short on YouTube. Customer brought a car here for an alignment, and the seat wasn't bolted, and
Yeah.
there was wires hanging everywhere, fire extinguisher loose in the car, and everyone's telling me that I should just shut the fuck up and do the alignment. So
Yeah, just get it in the green, bro.
yeah, just get it in the green. Do your job. Yeah, so check that out. We're trying to get more content up there weekly, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure to check out our sponsors, of course, East Coast Drift School. The East Coast Drift School's got to be slammed right now. The weather's finally nice here, so
Oh yeah.
I could imagine that he's booked up for a while. So if you're trying to get an appointment in, do it immediately. And even if you got to schedule it out months in advance, I would do that. Maybe he can help you out with that. But yeah, East Coast Drift School on Instagram. His name's Chris Knapp. He is one of the family members of Raceway Park. Chase Bays, of course.
Yes. For all your drift car needs, all your fluid.
You forgot it again?
For all your high-end fluid transfer products.
Eddie knows that shit.
Yeah.
He memorized it.
You wrote it down. I should have wrote it down.
High-end transfer. Fucking goddamn.
High-end fluid. Yeah, you're.
I'm not
cutting this
gonna
out,
lie,
right?
Chase. That's hard to remember.
Yeah, but we don't
That's
have
hard
to
to
say it
remember.
every time. But
I know,
it
but
sounds so nice.
We choose to just because it's a good
it's
tagline,
true.
but we can't nail
Yeah.
it, so we just end up making this sound even worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chase Bays, they got you covered with all the fluid transfer products, power steering, oil, brake fluid, anything like that.
Yeah.
They'll hook you up, and they got a lot of products for different vehicles, so
Yeah.
check them out.
And if you want to keep you and your car safe on the track, hit up Limitless AutoFab. If you have a S chassis Miata or BMW, you got the best bash bars in the game right now, and catch cans for S chassis.
And guys,
And
if
other
you
cars.
are enjoying this podcast, make sure to leave a review on whichever app you're listening on, and please share it. Share it on Instagram. Tag us if you liked one of the episodes. Just share it on Instagram and give us a tag if you can. I'd like to see more of that because that's pretty much the only way for people to know that this podcast exists. So, and thank you to all of our listeners. You guys have been sending us messages and stuff saying, "Oh, it's cool to be able to listen to the podcast when I'm working on my car and stuff." So
Yeah.
that's awesome to hear. That's pretty much what I do with other podcasts as well. Yeah.
Thank you guys. The summer is almost here. The summer is basically here. So it's time to get active, get outside, drive that car, get that car fixed, and then drive it again.
You're right.
Let's go.
See you on the next one.
See ya.